Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. This sports program starts right now. Football is happening. Obviously, the NFL has already started its preseason, and we're right around the corner from college football. But today is a massive day because it seems like all across the NFL, joint practices are starting, which means fights are happening in every single one of them. The Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens are joint practicing. Now, obviously, they are very near to each other, so this makes things very easy on the back end, preseason-wise. But one little hi-hi, hands up with a hi-hi.
Yeah.
This is what joint practices are, honestly. This is what, as a player, I think we just expect out of all of these. Now, I know the talent evaluators get an opportunity to look at two different rosters in bottom half of rosters that could potentially need to fill or plug their roles. And I know coaches are able to put situations where ones versus ones. This is going to be a contained environment where there won't be any fuckery or any chance of anybody blowing an ACL. So they get a chance to see good on good for an extended period of time, as opposed to just a game that has situations kind of present themselves. We can present third and long with our ones. We can bring in one-on-ones with our new rookie tackle, taking on somebody on the other side. So coaches love it. Scouts love it. The fans love it. Odell Beckham Jr. caught a deep ball from Lamar Jackson this morning at that joint practice against the Washington Commanders.
Hold on.
There's news about that.
Yeah.
We're not going to dive into that to kick off the show.
Sure.
But there is, I'm not saying it,
No.
but there is a,
You're going to be able to say it.
I think there's a petition with 90,000 people that have signed it from the Native American Guardians Association, NAGA. Obviously, we have never heard of that. We did some research into it. I do believe there are Native American, but also some whites are involved in this.
Right.
So obviously the angle is going to be that the whites are trying to do this entire thing. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is 90,000 signatures on a petition from a group that has Native American in it is saying, bring back,
Bring it.
hail to the, they're saying,
Wait, we can say it now, I thought.
I don't know if that's what this internet report is telling us. Now, I think it is very real. Josh Harris, who's the new owner of the Washington team.
I'll say it. I'm pumped.
He literally said it. I know you will, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people just like you, I think, that saw this and were like, thought so this entire time. And there is an entire argument to be said about like how if we continue to just eliminate these things that reference the Native Americans, there's a chance that there's going to come a time where people don't even fucking remember the importance of the Native Americans, and you kind of forget the whole conversation around it if you eliminate it from the conversation. Shout out to Michigan State. You know, you can forget if you just try to silence everything, you could potentially take something out of history forever if nobody hears about it. Now, when I thought that originally, I was obviously just thinking to myself, yeah, but you're a racist white asshole.
Exactly.
So that's how you would view that, you know?
Right.
So we didn't maybe project that as publicly, but I did hear other people saying that, and I believe that is what this thing also has in there. Like, excuse me, we would like to be remembered as a part of history because this land is our land. This land is not your land anywhere.
No.
Right? That is kind of, I don't know what's happening, but Josh Harris, the new owner, in the first press conference being announced as the new owner, babyface. Remember, this guy saved.
Love him.
Saved his franchise. Jim Irsay.
Yeah.
Babyface, because he got the previous owner out. This guy, we got a new guy. Magic Johnson's in here. Josh Harris is in here. We're now a team that people are going to respect and appreciate, and we're going to be good, and it's not always going to be burning down. We love Josh Harris. A fucking parade for this guy. And in that first press conference, he goes, look at the history. I mean, the tradition of the says it.
Yep.
No,
I'm like, buddy, are you
He's
allowed to? I don't know.
He's good with it.
I don't know if I don't think you're allowed.
I don't think he cared.
I don't think so either.
It's awesome.
But then there's a chance that old Josh Harris knew that this was potentially happening.
Yes.
As he was investigating or researching a team that he was potentially about to purchase for $6-7 billion. So there's maybe a chance that he saw this on the horizon. I will let everybody know that when the Washington Commanders, that was their name, played against the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis, the Washington football team, that was also their name, had a lot of people in the stands.
Yeah.
A lot.
Travel well.
Very loud. Great fan base. Every single fan that I saw of that team, they did not have a Commander shirt on.
No, they didn't.
Still football team?
No, they didn't have the WFT on there either.
Oh.
No, it was it was Throwback Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and every one of them. I'm talking you see a slew of pigs, you know, because they do wear the
hogettes.
Yeah, the whole
hog.
thing. They're walking through every one of them. That ain't okay.
That ain't it.
They just don't have a merch store out here.
Right.
You know, this is just the closest game.
Yeah.
They haven't had a
Exactly.
chance. And then you turn the corner and there's a whole nother group. You're like, holy shit.
Wait a
Any
minute.
Colts fans
Again?
at this game? It's crazy.
Well, no.
And it's all just, unless it was scary Terry McLaurin jerseys.
Right.
It was the other, Josh Harris said it, this happening. Feels like there's a lot of momentum
Yeah.
towards this team being called the Washington.
We're not saying okay. I was just reading the room.
It's not a done deal. It's not a done deal
Not
yet.
that deal.
Can't say it.
Yeah, so what happens here? So, like,
Don't put the cart before the horse.
like right now, there's people on the internet. Say it to me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's people calling me a big old bitch for not saying it right now.
Right. That far.
That's what's going on. People are saying that on the internet. Right now. Look at this big old bitch.
You won't say it.
He won't say it. Why don't you say it? Why don't you say it? And it's like, I'm only not saying it because, like, I assumed, once again, dumbass in a tank top, I assumed that the Native American folks were very pissed about this.
Yes.
Right.
I assumed, like, hey, our word is similar to, you know, N-word or any other racial slur for any other race of people. That's what I assumed because I think that's kind of how it was painted, right?
Yes.
And that was kinda-
Offensive.
so then when I wake up and see this, I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on here? I assume they're going to have to get to the bottom of it a little bit more, but all signs are saying they're changing their name, the Washington Commanders with his new ownership.
Yep.
And I think it's a smart play. And it feels like to take one step forward, you got to take a couple decades.
Yeah, exactly.
If they do change it back, they can't change it. They can't be made to change it again because of double jeopardy.
Bingo.
Oh, so you're saying I already tried this once. You lost.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm already been.
You served your time.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, you were terrible people. Obviously, you did this whole thing. Now it's back. You're good forever.
Yeah, you guys already came at me for this. You can't do it again. Double jeopardy.
Bring it
Okay.
back.
Interesting. I'm very fascinated by it because I thought Native American people hated it. Now, I don't have enough friends in the Native American community. That's what I also learned. I feel like I got friends in a lot of communities. Damn near every single one of them.
Yeah.
It's a weapon of mine, actually, getting a chance to hear why everybody's potentially pissed
Yeah.
about whatever the fuck's going on. Like that is a good weapon to have when you got friends ever. I don't think I have any Native American friends, so I just took that as gospel that was it because that's what was being reported. NFL team had to change it. Now seemingly not. I'll be excited to see how that fucking pans out.
Yeah,
you know what I
me
mean?
too.
Yep.
I'll be excited. Anyways, Ravens are playing against
Yep.
Washington.
The football team that is currently in
Washington
the district's
football team.
capital.
Yeah.
in the worst stadium in the NFL.
Right.
By far.
That needs to be renewed. Anyways, Odell Beckham to Lamar Jackson.
Dime.
Lamar Jackson to Odell Beckham. It could be the other way around, too, by the end of the year. Drops one in the bucket for him. He gets tackled. The fans see that. They're like, that's not just against the Baltimore Ravens corners. This is going to work in the NFL. This is going to work during a regular season. Hope gets built during these joint practices, and we also know there's going to be scuffles. So congratulations to the Washington football team's Commanders teams and the Baltimore Ravens battling it out this morning. 2 fights already. Mark Andrews is in one. Wide receiver and corner got another one. Let's assume 4 to 5 more throughout all of these. And then we'll keep our eyes around the NFL and all these joint practices. One half of the toxic table at Boston Connor is taking on, I believe, the other half of the toxic table at Ty Schmidt in joint practices right now. Packers in New England in Green Bay.
New England in Green Bay.
Yep.
Okay, so there's like one hotel there. Remember, it's like hour away.
Yeah.
So New England says, you know what? Most inconvenient place to travel to during the season?
We'll go.
Let's go for a week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Smart.
We're comfortable when others are uncomfortable, but that particular camp's going to get pretty rowdy, right? A lot of things to prove on both sides of the ball there.
Yeah, a lot of young guys too, especially in those positions like you mentioned. Like, although the DBs and corner and the wide receivers are going to get after it, we got a lot of young linemen, a lot of unproven offensive, defensive linemen. I'm assuming, that the Packers also.
It's going to get ugly.
Yeah, it's going to get violent.
That's a group that fights. Like naturally, O-line, D-line fight.
Yep.
That's actually a part of the position. All you need is just one little extra, and then all of a sudden,
Is that right?
what was that? And then everybody in those particular groups is actually judged on not only if they get in the fight, how they perform in the fight. Okay, this is part of your job.
That's a big part.
So whenever the O-line and D-line start fighting, normally those ones get pretty, but I will say the bigger fellows understand energy too.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're not wasting too much energy in this heat. We got to kind of balance it out. But I think with teams that have a lot to prove, that is obviously whenever it gets the most ugly. One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. You look great. Can't wait to dive into some numbers that you've been finding that we can maybe profit and take advantage of because the books might be sleeping.
Okay.
14-year NFL vet, a man who played corner for the entirety of it, an absolute icon. Pac-Man Jones is here.
Boy, Pat.
Hey, Pac.
Pac, obviously, we're talking about NFL and we're talking about fighting.
Yep.
So I don't think there is a better human to be joining us than you. You were a man that enjoyed mixing it up. You've done some actual fighting in boxing in your post career. Still do that. Was not scared at all to fight somebody for Shaquille fucking O'Neal in an airport while carrying some Popeye's chicken. So like to throw down. These joint practices, guaranteed fight every single time, right? And is that why players either love it or hate it? How do you think most players feel about it?
I think players love it. It's always going to be somebody out there chirping like when we just seen that
You
play.
would have been the guy.
Yeah, that would have been me, the guy. He caught the ball. I swiped his arm 3 times. Then he pushed me. Then, I check him, just a quick check, to let him know I'm there. He probably checked me back, but nothing too big for that.
Yeah, so
it's a normal day.
That's what I don't think everybody fully comprehends. To you, that is a normal day. But whenever you talk to somebody that has never been in the football world, they're always like, well, that's illegal. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, it's against the rules.
It's like, bro, these are humans. They're
And this is
tired.
joint practice.
They're tired as fuck. Like, this is 2 weeks of living in hotel or dorms, doing these practices, the scheduling, kind of figuring it out. So bodies are sore. People are tired. Jobs are on the line.
Hot as hell.
Yes. Not everybody's going to have the most amount of couth, you know?
No.
Well, those coaches need to tell them boys to keep it tight in between a whistle. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, because some of those coaches, they wish they could.
Oh, yeah.
They wish they could fight the other people. And I don't want to say, like, the culture is almost like has to have a fight.
It is.
But it has to. If you don't have a fight, fans should be worried about their team.
Yeah.
Like, that is a real, if you do not get into a fight with another team somehow throughout the entirety of a practice together, I think you should worry about your team. I think that means when it gets cold, I think when things get a little tough, I don't want to say ipso facto, but you don't got any fighters. You need some fighters on your team, I think, if you're going to create a winner in the NFL.
I'm glad you said that because I'm glad this came out this morning because last week I was like, where are all the fucking fights at in these joint practices? It was like it was too quiet. You know what? I think it was maybe the first week of camp or whatever, and everyone was still too
I don't know,
happy.
though. This next generation, they might legitimately just be like so intelligent.
No, the Bengals was popping off. We done had about 4 or 5 fights.
Yeah,
The
against the
Bengals
Packers,
and the Packers, they got into a real good one. The one we just seen, that was decent.
Apparently the Bills.
Yep.
Bills had a
was in
big
the
one. Yep.
They still getting it in.
We need helmets off, swinging helmet.
Well, yeah, the Browns Giants. That's what I'm looking for. Remember when it was Sterling Shepard versus
Hell
the
yeah.
other DB? That's what we need.
Do we have the Ravens fight? Mark Andrews fight There's a dude walking real close to the fight without a helmet, like not dressed.
Do not do that.
And yet, bingo.
Do not do that.
As I was watching the video, I was like, somebody needs to get hold of that guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't even like paying attention. He was like looking the other way. He starts walking by past this. Mark Andrews, I think a guy gets a pick, and then Mark gets a
I
little
saw
pissed.
Tucker put his helmet on real quick
Boom.
in one fight.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
smart.
that is just like a known thing. And also, you put your helmet on. As you're putting it on, you got to do that violently because on film,
Let's go.
Yeah.
looks
He's
like-
trying to mix it up.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to get in. Here's another fight here from training camp. Mark Andrews, we don't know what happened. We can't see it. He was not happy. This guy ended up with the ball, though. Yep, belly to back suplex.
Love that.
Nothing to see here. I'm walking away. Everybody can fuck off. Nah. Somebody said, "What'd you just do to my fucking teammate?" Mark Andrews in the middle. There's the guy that just walked by with no helmet. That guy needs to relax. People with the Guardians, smart. I like that. I probably would have done the same if I would have been around a training camp practice, a joint one, knowing a fight's coming. But that was a pretty good little scrap.
Yeah, that
Started
was.
with a little WWE, ended with a little pushy shovey.
How tall Chase Young is.
The slam was
Proud
really
about.
good.
He's a big son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you know what I noticed from that video is look how big Baltimore is and how small the Washington.
You know why
Right.
he's mad, though?
What's that?
Because he took him down to the ground.
Yeah, and he picked him up.
It ain't
Went low, too.
You know, we don't go down to the ground.
Oh, you're talking about Andrews was pissed?
Yeah. When he hit the
Oh, that guy
ground.
tripped him. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the ball came out, wasn't a catch. Fuck you, kid.
Yeah. Boom.
This isn't how the NFL does. All right. I enjoyed it. He did not appreciate the fact that that guy was celebrating something that he tripped me and the ball was not caught. This is okay. I like that. Mark, let's have
Because in
some
joint
standards.
practices is like this. You don't hit up. You pull up right here. You make sure he stay up because you don't want nobody to get hurt. Like, that's a bad play by the corner right there. Looked like they was in cover two just then.
Being able to cover practice is a big deal in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go to the ground. You hear a lot of people say,
yeah.
stay up, stay up, stay up. You have no idea what can happen on the fall.
What?
There could be something. And then not even on the fall, like the mix up before the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much shit happens in there. I seen a guy, I think he pulled his hamstring because legs got twisted and ended up being in like a different place. Obviously, the corner got cut
Yes.
immediately.
Right.
On the spot.
It was an immediate see you later. You can't practice. You're out of here.
And they tell you that. They tell the younger guys, hey, look, we know you guys want to make the team, but you're not going to make the team in here on Monday through Friday. Only way you're going to make the team on here is on Saturday and Sunday. Like, the main thing is to keep everybody up. Like, you might have one period where you thudding, but you still ain't taking nobody down to the ground.
Yeah, and then you get these joint practices. And
It's all hell.
This guy seems to have a lot of moxie over here, huh? Doesn't he? I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
That's all you need is one guy.
Yep.
All you need is one guy in a position. So, like, if it's a linebacker, just internally sees the way somebody's operating.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that guy's going about doing his shit.
That's the one.
2 plays later, the whole team is fighting.
Get him.
Yeah, what happened? How'd we get here?
Yeah.
I didn't like the way.
That guy's a piece of
The
shit.
way he was standing.
Did you see what he did to me after? I don't like that. So joint practices will bring that. We think it's a good thing. Now, and by good thing, it's like definitely going to happen. There's no reason to get upset about it. There are people, though, every single year that get really upset about stuff that happened in preseason play. Remember somebody who was supposed to be suspended?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Aaron Donald.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was Aaron
Oh,
Donald.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
taking his
Ripping that guy
helmet
out.
off.
Took
Yeah.
his helmet off and tried to Miles Garrett him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people were like,
6 games, 8 games.
get him out of here.
In joint practice.
Yeah, and was like, don't know how to tell you this. Like,
That happens.
this is actually the recipe for a fucking fight.
Yeah.
So, like, we just have to assume that fights are going to happen. Now, we do not like weapons being used.
No.
Okay? And if there's any folding chairs around any of these joint practices,
Please
okay,
do.
I think after the world got a chance to see their
Yeah.
abilities,
That's right.
folding chairs,
I can move
Very
those things.
recently.
Yeah.
Get those things out of there.
People that maybe didn't watch WWE growing up or whatever, like, there's a chance that people are just learning about these folding chairs and what they're able to do. And we need to keep asses in those
Yeah.
when these fights start happening.
Bingo.
Because there is a chance that somebody rips somebody's helmet off
Yep.
and hits them in the head with it. That's happened live in game prime time.
Yep.
That has happened certainly in practice. Aaron Donald was the guy that they almost kicked out, and he said it was just practice. It was football, bro. So,
Exactly.
Shit.
what are we even talking about?
That 5 months after.
Did you see what that guy did to me? He tried to get my helmet.
Yeah.
Couldn't. I could get his.
I win.
That's called me winning the rep. All right. And I'm just trying to finish it. This isn't on Sunday, although more people saw it on the internet than would be watching the game.
Yep.
It's a fascinating little development that these are just fight factories.
Yeah, it's the same way like with Albert Haynesworth dirty ass when he stepped on the guy's face for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
What a piece of shit he is.
Is that preseason or regular season?
Well said, Pac.
Preseason.
There's been a lot of those types of situations on the field. We hope none of those happen today.
That's right.
That's all we hope. Let's move along
Hell yeah.
to some other news happening around the NFL. Dalvin Cook,
Yes!
is no longer cooking at home without a team.
Nope.
Dalvin Cook is now a New York Jet after signing with them yesterday. Congrats to him.
Dalvin.
$8 million he will be able to earn this upcoming season. Last week, we chit-chatted with Diana Rossini, who lives in the New Jersey area, has been to training camp. She said that there was maybe a little bit of a disagreement between the New York Jets and Dalvin Cook on the role on the team, especially with Breece Hall seemingly being all the way back. Breece Hall last year, for those that don't know, because the Jets kind of stunk and they didn't really do much going later in the season, Breece Hall is a dog.
Yeah.
Breece Hall was a rookie last year, and he was remarkable. Every game seemingly having a 70-yard touchdown pulling away. Then offensive lineman gets hurt, he gets hurt, the season becomes what it was. But Breece Hall coming back is a massive thing for the New York Jets. So whenever Diana Rossini said that Dalvin Cook and the Jets couldn't agree on a role for him, we all assumed, okay, that means Breece Hall is green flag racing. He is wide open. He's going to be all the way back. They believe that. We respect that decision. We like that decision. He's going to the Dolphins or he's going to the Colts. Now, signs for $8 million. Feels like that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Feels like that's a lot of money. He's Dalvin Cook, so I assume he's going to get the rock a lot. We don't know what it's going to be role-wise, but if you have Dalvin Cook on your team, you're going to use Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
So now you got Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook in the backfield. How you doing? Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
You got Garrett Wilson on the outside. How you doing? Keep it moving. You got C.J. Uzama at tight end. You got Alan Lazard out there.
Yeah.
You got a team full of weapons. If their offensive line can hold up,
Yes.
Right.
which Aaron and Nathaniel Hackett will be able to strategize around. We're not the only people realizing that their offensive line isn't great, and you need an offensive line to be great in the NFL. And maybe they will be great. We have no idea yet because the season hasn't started, but Hackett and Aaron don't want to die.
No.
They know that there's a bad offensive line potentially. You can strategize around that. Let's assume that Aaron and Hack in the offense will be able to figure that out if they have to, even if it is a little bit of adversity in the front line for the first, 8 weeks or so. But this team is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Jets are a destination for people now should make Jets fans excited, everybody else envious. And the thought that Aaron is now going to have the opportunity to build what I think he wanted to build in Green Bay in the largest market in the world
Yes.
is a very awesome little chapter for the next football life of the kid out of NorCal. But Dalvin's a weapon, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
I was hoping he'd be
Big weapon.
I was hoping he'd be a Colt, but instead,
He wanted to win.
Well,
the rich
yes.
Anthony Richardson has been announced starter, and we'll get into that. in a
Owen
minute.
Rich,
This ain't about the Colts.
We're talking about a different AR.
I think the Dolphins were
Yeah.
hoping for the same thing about Dalvin Cook because he was coming back home. Already went to Florida State one time, didn't go to Miami. He's going to come play hometown team. Nah, he's going to the Jets. Pac-Man, what an addition. Even if Breece Hall is good, having two guys at that position in the modern NFL is a weapon for you.
I think this is one of the biggest moves for NFL football right now. With the defense being good as they are, you're going to have to put 9 in the box now every time. I haven't seen the last time where a defense can play Aaron Rodgers with putting 9 fucking people in the box and letting him pick who he want to pick on the whole game. With Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall in the backfields, this should be amazing. I'm eager to see how this go. I expect the Jets to be playing the Bengals for the
AFC Championship?
Yeah.
I saw you were at training camp the other day, said they're going to win a Super Bowl. We're going to talk about that certainly in a little bit. The thought about a packed box, though, and having to be a packed box, because even if Dalvin gets hurt, which is possible, it's running back position, not easy. Even if Breece gets hurt, possible. Running back position, not easy. You'd hope you'd have at least one of them.
Yeah.
So you never have a superstar drop-off. Having a superstar that takes the attention of the defensive coordinator throughout the week is good for having to strategize against what you're going to have on the back end. Now, puts a little bit more pressure on that O-line. But you know what makes O-line's life easier? If you establish a run game.
Yeah.
Because then they can come off the ball and go forward as opposed to having to come back all the time. And I think Aaron and Hack know
I didn't think he do.
that Aaron's best moments, Tom Brady's best moments, Peyton Manning's best moments pretty much everybody that's ever been good at that position's best moments are when the run game is fucking very good.
Yeah.
Because this boy right here, oh, buddy. Especially if you can throw it on a dot. Linebackers get sucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those linebackers
They
get
love
sucked up.
Yeah.
They're
Big time.
because whenever they see that ball, they're like, oh, run. I got to get downhill. Big time stuff. They're getting sucked up.
Sucked up.
All day.
Oh, my, sucked up. And then, whew, oh, my God. I'm getting sucked. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And then, boom, you just got a little Uzoma
Yep.
Yeah.
right behind her. Bang. You got Cobb. Still got it.
Yeah.
We assume he's going to get how many third downs
Probably like 7 or 8 because we've
this
got
season?
He'll have
Yeah.
20 catches this year, and 18 of them will be for first downs on third down.
And you know what they'll look like?
Yeah, bingo.
Dude.
Yeah.
Sucked up. Bang, right behind it. It is, I think it's a great move. I'm happy they went and did it.
Yeah.
Now, they're not the only team that signed a running back yesterday.
Hell
Nope.
yeah.
Zeke, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, one of the faces of the Dallas Cowboys, got paid a lot of money by the Dallas Cowboys. Now a member of the New England Patriots.
Wow.
Whoa! Just yesterday, Ezekiel Elliott was announced to be signing for $6 million, up to $6 million, to join the New England Patriots. Now, the running back market is what it is. Maybe a little bit more money for Zeke. We all had thought because of how established he is and what type of football player he is. Everybody thinks because Tony Pollard came in and became this electrifying offensive figure for the Dallas Cowboys that Zeke maybe doesn't have it anymore. Well, Bill Belichick doesn't believe that to be the case. Michael Lombardi came on our show last week, and he said, I believe both those guys know where they're going, just about figuring out the money. As soon as he said that, we thought to ourselves, oh, that means the Patriots probably signing Zeke because Lombo's pretty tied in, pretty good up in New England, and Zeke has only been tied to New England. They make it official yesterday. What does this mean for you, and why do you think Zeke was so high on Bill Belichick's wish list?
Oh, I assume he's just so high on him just because he's the greatest coach, in the history of the entire planet. I think we can say across all sports, but also Zeke, he kind of was in that third down back role with the Cowboys. It felt like after Pollard kind of took that over, and with Ramondre Stevenson and the O-line, they needed help, especially at their number 2 running back position. But, I can't emphasize enough. I am very, very happy to have Zeke. But being a fan for a team where at one point this offseason we were favorites to get Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins, I can't act like I'm not just a little bit disappointed that we didn't get Dalvin Cook. I
Welcome to the city, Zeke.
I can't.
Thought we were getting another guy.
We have a running back going into his 3rd year, and he just came off his best season. He had like 1,200 yards. Now, he wasn't good on the goal line, is what the percentages are saying, apparently. He was 24th in the league in goal-to-goal percentages scoring. Zeke was 4th in the league. So he's definitely going to bring a great element, great in pass blocking, too. But, it's tough when the division rival gets one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Ezekiel Elliott, yeah.
You remember players used to ring chase up to New England
Oh, yeah.
because they got Tom.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, people are like, how many taxes can I pay in
Yeah.
the state of New Jersey?
Exactly.
That's right.
Like when Tom went to Tampa, everybody was like, not only is Tom there, but also you got no state income tax.
Right.
The weather's nice.
Beautiful.
You're right there on the bay. Oh,
Yeah.
it is a perfect city. You're going to love it.
Yes.
Come on down here. Let's get a ring. Let's do that whole thing. Now it's like, come on up. Pay 75% taxes.
Well,
It's going to get a little bit chilly sometimes.
Yeah,
How's the traffic? The worst,
Yeah,
actually.
Broadway, though.
But
Plays every night of the week.
you're right.
Jersey boys,
Wicked.
Restaurants.
Chicago.
So many good restaurants.
Yeah.
Now, granted, to get there from where we live, you're going to have to
It'll
go
take 2.5 hours.
into the city.
Yeah.
But also, New Jersey has some.
No.
Jersey's nice.
Jersey's nice.
Smells terrible, but
garbage.
it's
On
nice.
the way in, and the one particular highway, it does
Right.
smell like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a can
really
of like
nice part.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just
Raw
kind of
sewage.
just kind of open up a nice can of ass.
Yes.
Just right into whatever you're in.
Sucking
Yep.
up poop.
But that's just that one part. That's not
Yeah.
Jersey's beautiful.
Yes, they're gems.
Absolutely beautiful. But like New York is now the destination for people to go win a ring
Well-
alongside a guy. What's that?
I mean, we're putting the cart before the horse a little bit. I mean, we're saying that we're going to have to put 9 people in the box against the Packers because Dalvin Cook, but their O-line is
Jets.
terrible. Jets. Their O-line isn't good in every
but
single
the one-
D-line
the
that
one
they're.
right-
Hold on.
the one
Every
right
single
side is
D-line that they're playing is going to be very, very good. The strength of everybody's team in the AFC East on defense is their D-line. So, I mean, like, I
Hey,
completely
listen.
agree.
Hey, Tell Dalvin Cook that.
No. I'm sure he knows. It's not as if there are easy D lines in the NFC North. Well, kind of there are, but it's not as if it was easy running the entire time. But with the
you don't pack the box. You will see number 4, the back of his jersey saying Cook. I'm telling you.
I completely agree. You could probably put 7 in there, but to say you're going to put 9 people in the box against Aaron Rodgers is ridiculous. Like,
well, I think he was being a little dramatic.
Okay,
you know what I mean? I think he was probably overselling it a little bit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I do believe that the running back being a weapon for them at all times, you would think they wouldn't both go Dahn.
Even the third's really good.
Yeah.
What's that, pal?
Michael Carter's really good, even if they did. Just
Yeah, but sounds still got a good run game is what you're saying or whatever. Yeah. But like just having those guys, like if Breece Hall is able to return to form, and I know that's the biggest question, which is weird because Dalvin Cook's so much older and everything like that. But like if Breece Hall can mimic what he was able to do easily in the NFL whenever he entered in there, which is just cook.
Yes.
That's all he was doing. It was remarkable to watch this young dude just kind of pick it up on it so quickly. Cutbacks, knowing where he's supposed to go, pulling away from motherfuckers, catching the ball out of the backfield. It was like this dude was a home run draft pick for the Jets. Then he gets hurt. Like he only did it for 1 year, like 8 games or 10 games or whatever it was. Are we just guaranteeing he's going to do that again? And if he is, and Dalvin Cook's able to mimic what he was just doing a year ago, I mean, here we go. Even if they didn't have Aaron Rodgers, I think that'd be a team you're like, think they could scheme away with these 2 running backs to win some fucking games, let alone you add in there Aaron Rodgers as well. I mean, what the fuck? He was available, right? Could have been a Colt.
Free agent.
This guy could have been a Colt.
Could have never been a Colt.
Aaron Rodgers. And then could this whole thing not have happened in Indianapolis? Like, how many people were thinking about that? How many, you know what I mean? Like, Aaron doesn't want to come to, he would love Indianapolis. But like, this is just like when Tom went to Tampa. And then Gronk's there, AB's there on the football field. He's also there off the field in the house that we were paying for.
Right.
Fournette.
Documented. Yeah, Fournette, like people start just going there. It feels like the right move is if you can get one of these OGs that's on the move. Now you're only going to have a little bit of time.
Exactly. Rams.
That was quick.
Yeah, it's very quick. I mean, Tampa, too.
very quick. But they won, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
In their homes, both of them.
But
Back-to-back years.
Without what they had, they still damn near almost could have made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, 7-9 is that?
7-10. They were 6-3
almost made
going
the
into the
playoffs.
bye.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And adding what they just added.
Here we go, Jets. Hey, good luck out there.
Good luck.
We're good, Jeff.
Good luck to Ezekiel in New England, although it doesn't sound like it's a welcome party.
I don't think he's excited at all.
No, it is. Like I said, I'm very, very excited. But would you equate Zeke and Dalvin Cook in the last 2 years?
No, not at all.
Have they been the same thing? No. So, I mean, there is a little bit of, nice, pumped. Dalvin Cook, also pretty damn good.
Zeke can play O-line, though, if your center gets hurt.
That's true.
What did old buddy say about Dalvin? Old buddy said about Dalvin, the Vikings offered him $7 million.
Yeah, that's what they said.
It got leaked
That was
or something?
leaked somehow. We don't know what's real, what isn't real at this stage of the game, and who's leaking what information. That's what you have to always try to remember. Like, did the Vikings leak this information because they want their fans to say, hey, we tried.
Yeah.
We're big fans of him as well. We tried, we did this. Or is Dalvin's people leaking that saying, like, look at he got more money. Like, who leaked the information that the Vikings offered him $7 million? He said no, and then took 8.6 at New York. That'd be an interesting conversation, I guess, to find out on the back end there who did what. But nonetheless, he has a new home. Yeah. And the Jets seemingly just get better and better. Speaking of getting better and better, this Madden game, right?
Yeah, well.
Does this don't ever come out?
So it's coming out soon.
The deluxe version came out last night at 8. They had a lot of problems right off the bat. Apparently, you could only play quick play.
Okay, so deluxe version comes out early. You pay an extra hundo, I heard.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, I guess it's $90. So
extra, $20.
Yeah.
What's that?
So the regular game, if you're buying it for like PS5, is $69.99. The deluxe one, which I think you get a couple additional things with it. It's $99.99.
Bill lied to me earlier.
He did. He said it's an extra $100. It's not.
No.
Because I thought that was a good idea. Just $100, just kind of steal from everybody.
Well, but
not really let them play the game, because that's what it sounds like happened, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of these people paid this extra money to get Madden a little bit early.
Exactly.
They were able to get on, but it wasn't fully finished. They were only able to play quick play, which the internet told me What are we doing?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Game got worse. You even let us buy this. Why'd you let us do that? Chad Ochocinco told us.
You did.
That anything that you don't like about Madden, blame him. Are we assuming the game's going to be much different than what rolled out last night? And when does that roll out? Than the full version, and why do they do all this for $20 extra from people and kind of let everybody dump on the game last night?
See, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing because anytime something like that just means that a shitload of people bought it last night. Like the servers were just bogged down. You know, it's like anytime we have done something new where it's like either we're switching the podcast to a different platform. Like what always happens, we fucking crash the website every single time. Like it's what happens when a shitload of people go to it.
So it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
you weren't prepared, so you look amateur.
Exactly.
But also good problem.
Yeah. Look how many people probably paid $100 to get this thing early. I think the actual release date, like if you look online, is next Tuesday, I think. So it comes out next week. So they've given themselves a week runway to kind of get everything right. But I would imagine, too, that this is the kind of thing, like they'll have this fixed by today because they are just getting killed and you know, taking it on the shins on the internet right now.
But everybody's expecting to, okay, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple glitches.
Score a touchdown, get squatted, cuz that is what we do. He's dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton.
Out for the year.
Because he got squatted?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Hey, listen, we've never seen that type of injury happen before where somebody gets actually the Lex Luger torture rack.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of what happened here. They roll into it, too. It's good transition.
And this guy.
Boom. It's like if you did that in a squared circle, people would be like, that's a hell of a...
Yeah,
that was a good way to get in there.
Yeah, it is.
That was actually a pretty good way to get in there. Madden said, we got you. That torture rack did take people out.
It did.
So I can see why Cortland Sutton would be in a little bit of trouble right
Sold
there.
it well.
Yeah, it was a good sell. Good sell on him after a great touchdown. But people are going into Madden looking to hate it, right?
Yes, for sure. Almost every year it is, and this year is not even like let's go in and hate it. It's like this is it. If this game isn't good, people are actually.
Yeah, but you Madden people said that last year.
Yeah, believe me, I am.
And the year before that, right?
I'm a Madden chill. I will always buy Madden, but it seems as though the internet has actually put their foot in the sand just because.
I like that, by the way.
Yeah.
I like whenever
They did.
there comes a time it says, nah. Now, to Tone's point, does feel like we have hit this line a couple times.
Yes,
But you guys love football and video games so much.
love them both more than anything, really.
And
But
without 2K,
no 2K, yeah. Baseball,
No 2K.
I mean, it is interesting. Madden has to hit this year. I think this year is different just because of all the news and stuff that they've been talking about with everything they changed. So if they change, the game has been the same for a long time. But if they change
hey,
everything.
you're a pretty good player, too. People need to know this, right? You spent a lot of your life in this sport.
Yes, I've played video games my whole life. Madden has always been a staple, no matter what. It's Madden and Duty I've been playing since I was 5 years old. But the biggest thing about this year is they've.
Get outside. Fucking
I would go outside sometimes, but then a lot of the times, everyone's like, "Hey, let's play hide and seek." I'll search for everyone, and then that
He wasn't allowed.
Everyone's gone.
He wasn't allowed to smoke cigarettes in the house, so he had to go.
Yeah, I understand. Run outside for a little. But the big thing this year is that they're saying they're changing everything for the better of the game. And if they don't actually do that, then it's going to stink. I do believe there has been some better reviews this morning because the game is working much better. And the franchise mode was the biggest thing that they wanted to change. They've done a lot of stuff to that. That's cool. Like next year, for instance, like if Marvin Harrison Jr. is in the draft, you can actually draft him in the game, and then that guy has the potential to be a 99.
So it's not like a career mode. It's like a
Yes.
college 2 NFL mode.
Yeah,
You running combine with this guy?
You can do like a
Got
scout.
to get a good get off on that 40.
Yeah.
Right.
Scout
Bro,
draft.
what if you drop his ass from first round to 5th round all of a sudden, Marvin Harrison, because your 40 time was so goddamn slow? That'd be smart. That'd be a good innovation.
Yeah.
It feels like, right? They don't have all that shit?
Well, you have to assign scouts. So essentially, you have scouts. You have the whole front office, and you will say, okay, we want to put our best scout in the Big Ten.
But you guys kind of want this to be like Sims, but for football, right?
Yeah,
You
kinda.
would like it to be as realistic.
Like Grand Theft.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
as realistic. Like, let me do as much as possible. A lot of Madden people say that, or Madden players say that Madden's been lazy, right?
Very, very lazy. Now,
Oh, can't be titled lazy when you're a greedy corporate fat guy.
I've been
Right.
playing 23 just to figure out like how lazy they are, especially with
Oh, we're doing research.
doing
now.
research. I've been playing it for the last month just to figure out what Madden 24.
I like that. Yeah, this seems pretty similar, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, I was just playing it yesterday.
Bingo.
Yeah, I was looking for this, actually. This is from this year, the scrum.
I think
Got a little
that-
rugby. Who's on offense?
I'm
The
not,
Broncos?
not positive, but I think that might be last year. There was a lot of this last year.
This is classic, though. This happens every time a video game comes out on the first days. Like, there will be a bunch of bugs, and then they'll have to,
That guy's still standing. Ball's way over here, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have the ball.
The ball's the program, boys. The ball is the program.
Is that gangbang?
Yeah, is that a bukkake?
Get the ball.
Guys in the middle.
Was that what did you
What is
say?
that?
Is that a bukkake?
What's that?
A bukkake? Isn't that what we talked about with Rap Sheet, where one guy jumps on one side of something and then the other guy gets launched into
Oh yeah, that's
No,
a blob.
into something? Oh,
Yeah,
blob.
I think you're talking about
Similar.
a lot of blobs.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Tons of blob.
Yeah, a lot of blobs.
Is that
all
what you
over.
were referring to?
Yeah, blobs on faces.
Blobbing everywhere.
Like a lot.
Yeah,
Tons.
bingo.
A while. Imagine walking into one of those blob parties.
Oh man, I don't know.
People
what
do
I'd
that on a regular basis.
What is that?
Have I ever met somebody? That's an interesting thing.
Oh yeah,
Yes, for
I
sure.
mean, I think we were with him kind of recently in California, or excuse me, Nevada on the line. He used to, he
Participant or
kind of both actually.
Hosting.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't want to dive too deep into this.
Probably 50% of the people that you were in that tournament with.
Yeah.
What?
Well, the 50.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That golf tournament probably had a lot of blobbers.
Yeah.
A lot of rich people out there.
Yeah.
Hey, is that what we think? They're the ones that are mostly.
I don't think a ton of poors are doing it.
You never know.
earn a quick buck.
I've seen. Yeah.
Rich people love
I
blobbing.
was just gonna say.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Bingo. Yeah.
Yeah.
The wrestler?
Certainly.
Certainly.
Yeah, but I was talking about other stuff with him the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah. I'm sure he dabbled
Oh.
in different fields.
Yeah, I have talked to a guy.
Yeah.
Probably.
Certainly.
And to Tony's point too, I've seen.
I think I thought, yeah, this guy's probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of cool.
Okay, so I have. Anyways, that glitch.
Can't have it.
Can't have it.
Can't
Can't have it in
Can't
the
have
gameplay.
it.
Can't have
No.
Not in 2023.
No, that's the stuff.
But I'm excited to see Madden grow. And remember, if it sucks, Ocho Cinco.
He said what? Hashtag fuck Chad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
No.
So-
Hashtag- it's about up right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's about up.
Feels like he's pushing for it.
It's about up right now.
You guys want the game to be different. Do you guys have ideas to make the game
I
different
love this.
though?
Yeah.
Foxy's saying, listen, we have too many problems in society. What we need is some answers,
Right.
some
Exactly.
solvers. Do you guys want to bitch about it or offer up some ideas to make it better?
It feels like they actually did listen because all the basically from the Madden community, the majority of the ideas surrounded franchise mode, and they basically focused on that the most. Also, face of the franchise was something that they really screwed up last year. But it does feel like, at least for me, the biggest thing was in franchise mode. Just as the years go on, players have to get better. I will say the biggest thing I've noticed from playing 23 to this last month, they don't know what the salary cap is. So I've been trying to do the salary cap the way where you can pay everybody. But when you kind of increase the bonuses, it doesn't help whatsoever.
Which is a big storyline of the NFL right now.
Exactly, for the last couple of years.
Is the salary cap gymnastics.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to do that, which pissed me off actually a lot.
Hey, do you think his program covered that? I think we probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the reporting of it and
I feel like that was something I feel like we put our investigative journalism caps on.
oh yeah.
Now, are we journalists? Then go to school for it.
I mean, when called upon.
But I'll journal.
Yeah,
Do you journal?
I do.
Every night before bed.
Do you? That's good commitment.
Yeah, put my thoughts
Pac, I
down.
know you're journaling, and fucking new song comes out every 2 days.
That's right.
Right?
I'm joining.
Hell yeah, we're journalists.
No big
Yes,
deal.
we are.
All day.
We investigated that though, because that was a real change and a swing in how teams were constructed. We're only allowed to pay this much, but you look at this clause down here, 98BA 714. I think we can actually just take that money completely out of this year, give it to the player now. So we'd be heroes in that person. They're happy, we're happy, and then we can just divvy it up through the duration of the entire contract. So instead of taking the $100 million in this 1 year, we can just knock that thing to 25 a year for the next 4. And look what we're doing. We're saving a lot of room. Look what we get, $75 million we just opened up in the cap that we can go spend. And guess what we can do to them? Ho ho, buddy. Same thing.
There, too.
We're doing this again. We're doing this for the entire roster. Now they're going to say we kick it down the road. We'll have to deal with it later. That seems like all bullshit to me. Because guess what we're doing when we get down the road later? We're still kicking, aren't we? Until we're dead, we're just kicking this can forever. And listen to this. They got void. We had to read down here. They got void years.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can add on to this. What does that mean? They're just fake. So, if you want to make this contract a $100 million signing bonus, make it a 27-year contract. 20 years of it void. What does that mean? Well, the 20 years aren't real, but for the purpose of the $100 million divvy bonus thing, very real.
Yeah.
So you're saying we're only getting $4 million against the cap next year? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So we go from $100 million to $4 million with one guy, and there's 20 years of void contract. Bingo. Somebody started doing that.
Yes.
Tampa, I think Kansas City, Veach started doing this particular move. Whenever he signed
Orleans.
Patrick to that
New
very
Orleans.
long, New Orleans Saints did this. Then the Rams obviously did this. And teams that started winning Super Bowls off of this idea. Now, to be clear, we were all on board with this loudly because we were trying to get to the bottom of it. How does everybody getting paid right now? How is it? This is awesome. This must be something new. It did. That can that you kicked down the road, it does end up not being kickable at
They're
one
paying
point.
for it now.
Yeah, you really eat some shit. You know, this is the first full cycle of this salary cap gymnastic fuckery that is the voided years and the signing bonus thing. And I know Bill and Tom have been doing this for a long time up in New England, but it really started becoming an actual strategy for the team builder. It's like what you can do with it is wild. We, from the very beginning, very excited about it.
Yeah.
Pumped it heavily. Your owner doesn't care about your team.
Yeah.
If you're not doing this.
Seriously.
If your GM does not do this, they don't, and then here we are a couple years later, and it's like,
It's beating the rules. We're playing within the rules.
but then the rules do show up at the front door, and they have kicked some people right in the nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if the player retires or doesn't play good that you're doing this for,
Right.
fucked.
Brutal.
Brutal. Absolutely done. Because the contract, you're still eating that bit. You also got to eat the following if they retire. So that whole thing comes in a much bigger left hook that you kind of delayed for a long time. But I guess you just ripped the Band-Aid off. But you got to start back from the bottom pretty much at scratch. But you're going for it, and you're going to win a Super Bowl. I love that it's kind of now just expected out of teams to do it when they need to open some space, because not that long ago, it was vastly different.
No, I mean, you look at the Titans with Tannehill, the year after they went to the AFC Championship or whenever they lost in the playoffs, and he said, he had to go to therapy and stuff for all, because it was very tough for him to get over it. But then they get rid of AJ Brown. Come on.
It meant a lot to him.
Yeah, he beat it.
Yeah,
He's
he
got
beat it.
past it, which we're very happy.
But then they
Get your cries out
get rid of
on the
AJ
sideline,
Brown,
get it
and
up.
they're not nearly as good the next 2 years with him. And every offseason they're talking about, hey, we either need to trade this guy or we need to redo his contract because what we just did 2 years ago, we're not in the same area. This guy can't take us as deep in the playoffs as we thought he once could. And now we fucked the rest of the team because of it. So does anybody want him? Can we trade him? And here we are, and he's still starting.
I'm happy I don't have to make those decisions,
Yeah.
because I'm just paying everybody 100-year contracts, 98 years void. Sorry about
Yeah.
it. And somebody's going to come on and say, you're only allowed to do 8-year contracts or whatever. It's like, okay, same
whatever.
premise whenever they're signing some of these people. This is a 8-year deal with 5 voided years. It's like, that is not an 8-year deal. And I've never heard of a voidable contract. That doesn't even make sense. So it's not a contract. If it's voidable by both sides, that's not a contract. That's we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
About this potentially being in there. But in the NFL, it just became a strategy. So, mad respect. Taysom Hill got $400 million.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
With 4 voidable years,
Right.
with a contract that could be worth $13 million, could be worth $45 million.
Yep.
Whenever he was potentially going to be quarterback, no longer. Seems like they got their guy down there in Derek Carr. I had a lot of people telling me we were dangling a little bit too much on Derek Carr.
What?
Because he had one good drive. Some people are telling me that.
Everybody hates everybody. I'm fucking sick of it.
I'm tired of it. You don't have to just say something bad about somebody every time.
You're not allowed to say anything good about
If
anybody.
Derek Carr has a good game,
He had a decent game.
he had a good game
He gained 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason.
in his arm.
Yeah, all in his arm.
We don't know about anywhere else.
Thank
but
you,
it's
Jesus.
Hell yeah. I think we should celebrate Derek Carr right now. Now, preseason game, so it is what it is. And a lot of people saying that after every highlight that we post somewhere. But it's like, Michael Thomas is back.
There he is.
That's good news. Derek found him. Derek's on the run. Derek drops off to Kamara.
Perfect.
Kamara's not going to be there for 3 weeks, but guess what? He's fresh for 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17-game season. And then this touchdown here to a spot. How you doing? Over the guy's head. No coverage could stop that.
No. It's a perfect throw.
Perfect.
Well, I don't know. It was.
What do you think? You thought he was okay, Pac? Is that what you just said?
I thought he played pretty good. The ball was precise. He had his reads. He went checked from one read, hit the cross, which is his second read. He looked pretty good to me. You can knick-knack and say what you want to say, but if you look at the quarterbacks that played this weekend, his grade was probably one of the highest grades.
Yeah, absolutely. And grade Trey Lance, I think a lot of people could do this. That was great.
Trey Lance need to play for the whole preseason.
Why?
Because he haven't played enough football for us to see him.
So you think he just looks like he hasn't played a lot of football?
He haven't.
Yeah, we agree.
Even in college, you go back, he played 1 year at O State, right? Then he come to the league. How many games have you played?
So 416
Since
reps.
Like, that's
2016.
that's not even a season worth of football.
Is that the number, 416?
Yes.
That's how many passes he's attempted. Yeah.
He's 22 years old. We forgetting that he was 20 years old. He wasn't even allowed to drink a fucking beer when he came in.
Yeah, especially
I
over
was
there.
thinking about this the other day. I'm like, God damn, is he ever going to get it? I'm like, oh, let me go back and do my homework. He's a fucking child.
Yeah, he's very young. 416 pass attempts. Is that the number that they're
Yeah, since 2016.
Purdy, the oldest quarterback.
And then the next thing he said was that he said that Drake May in like a 2-month period.
Yeah.
in
Through
college-
November.
Through November had more than 416 pass attempts.
I'm quite sure he's still the youngest quarterback on that list. How old is the
Purdy's 23. I just looked. Sam Darnold just turned 26.
That's crazy.
He was
He's
drafted at like fucking.
He was
19.
yeah, he was drafted real young too.
17. He's been in
Yeah.
10 years. He's
Yeah.
lived 100 different lives. And the interesting thing is they chose to draft him at 3 overall after trading up there with all this information being done. What just happened there?
He
Got
got
it for
muted
one
for a second, yeah.
Was that me?
Mid-sentence.
Oh, Nick. Nick back there was getting his. Hey, Nick worked out.
Again?
Boy, Nick.
Yes.
Thanks. Sorry about that.
I'm a little worried.
Where was I headed there when I got muted?
We're talking about
When they drafted
Sam
him.
Darnold.
Oh, yeah, 3. No,
When they drafted Trey Lance. at
Oh,
number
yeah.
3.
All this information we're going through right now, they knew that.
Oh, yeah.
They thought they were going to be able to develop. They had no idea, though, that there was going to be a guy at the very end there who just had it all.
Yeah.
And it's like, for the team that they have, he's got to be the guy. He just has the leadership quality that Jimmy G seemed to have.
more experience?
Boys are rallying around him. Boys are rallying around him.
Command.
He makes every single throw that you're supposed to make in an offense that, like, hey, just make the throw you're supposed to make. And then they go on that magical run. It's like his story and fairy tale, this Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. This whole thing was getting built. And it's like, how do you even have the Trey Lance story happen at the same time? You can't. He's going to have to get traded, I think, because they're not caring about watching Trey Lance for the next 2 preseason games to get reps. They're like, is Sam Darnold going to be our backup if Brock Purdy gets hurt? Or is Trey Lance going to be our backup if Brock Purdy? That's all they care about. So it's a tough situation, bro, for a guy that has next to no football experience.
None. And me personally, they already know who they're going with. We don't need to see what Purdy and Brock can do. We know what they can do. Trey Lance need to play the whole preseason. And everybody need to get a look at him for 4 quarters. Put him out there with the starters. Let's see can he run with the number ones, and just get an opinion on him for a whole game.
That would be Shanahan and Lynch saying, hey, here's an audition, pretty much, for the rest of the NFL to get a chance to see the guy that we traded the future of our franchise for. But I don't know if they're going to view it that way. I think they're going to say Sam Darnold needs to get some reps.
Yep.
He's going to play. I wonder about Brock. They're talking about Brock being back after that Tommy John surgery early. Have we seen anything out of Brock Purdy?
Shanahan said this morning, he said the only way Brock Purdy isn't our starter week 1 is if he melts in practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like done deal. I think they've seen enough.
It has been hot.
It has been hot.
It has been hot.
He's
Especially out
almost
there.
like that's gonna be hard to follow up what he did last year though, too.
I think he's only going to get better.
Me too.
I think here is where he's
Excels.
this is where I think he is really, really good. So with more reps.
Big
Yeah,
brain.
full off season with the number ones. McCaffrey there the whole time. Elijah Mitchell's healthy again. It feels Brandon Ayuk, excuse me. They're talking about him being the best
Remember,
receiver they have.
wasn't that last year training camp? Ayuk
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yep.
was everywhere.
Everywhere. They're-
Highlight.
Yeah.
This is the guy. I think it was, I don't know who was throwing to him at the time. Maybe Trey.
Yeah, it might have been Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, his favorite target is
Yeah.
Ayuk. Jimmy G's training on another field.
Yeah.
Purdy's also chip on the shoulder guy. Like he doesn't need any, like it's not like he's going to look at last year and be like, "Oh, I went 7-1. We went to the NFC Championship. I've made it." Like he still went to Iowa State. They were never that good when he was there.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
He bet on himself.
He did bet on himself. Not actually, but he bet on himself,
Oh, yeah, but that is the Iowa State.
That is the same program we're talking about. But then getting picked last.
Iowa State, that is me just shit-talking, okay?
just having a good
Literally
time.
in the news.
Just having fun.
Okay, I didn't make the news.
No.
I'm not happy about it either.
No.
And it's not the Cyclone faithful that had these kids do this.
Not their fault.
But it is the reality of your school.
Absolutely.
This guy's got a fucking gambling problem.
They
everybody.
do.
Don't
There's
they?
not a whole lot to do in Ames other than gamble on, other teams that are in Ames.
But when Brock was at Iowa State, they weren't doing that, obviously. His leadership, they're not gambling on games.
No.
They're not doing anything like that.
No.
That is what they got going on.
Well-
he was a dog there, though. He beat Iowa, didn't he?
No. I mean, come on. Of course he didn't. No, he didn't. But he was good. I mean, Iowa State, that's the thing. I'm not just saying this as like an Iowa guy. Like, Iowa State has sucked for so long. Like, you have to go back to like when Seneca Wallace was there, like 20-some years ago. Like, that's the last time they were like actually legit. But like when Matt Campbell got there and then with Brock Purdy, like they were kind of in that discussion of, hey, if they put together a good year, like they could compete and maybe go to the Big 12 championship. Now, they never quite made it. I mean, it is what it is. But
Is he from Iowa?
no, he's from Arizona.
Arizona chose Iowa State, or is that the only place they?
Well, remember he was apparently very good because the whole thing with Alabama was recruiting him and he went down there and then Saban was like, hey, you're not accurate enough, we're not offering you. And I don't know how he ended up at Iowa State, but
Iowa leads the Iowa Cup 46-23 in Iowa State football games. I do believe is what this website is telling me right now. Congrats to you guys, bro. Let's
go.
But the current win streak, if you look down there at the bottom, the Cyclones, what have you done for me lately? Win.
Yeah.
Win.
Sure.
Win.
Well, guess what? We got them week 2 this year, so we'll find out, very early who's got that win streak going into next year.
They're going to be shorthanded.
They are going to be.
Oh, because all the guys that were gambling.
Yeah, starting quarterback being one of them.
And they were gambling.
And running
when
back.
Brock was there. The
And D lineman, I think.
current starter was Brock's backup when he was betting.
Is this the guy that? Yeah, because he bet on Brock.
Yeah.
That's how good Brock is.
That's right.
And we need to. That's one of his. This is a good pivot point out of here. Brock's leadership is that behind the scenes, everybody believes in him.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Strongly.
Like Kittle and them talked about, like there was no. As soon as he got, it was like, hey, here's a guy. This guy has the aura of being a guy. So much of that aura is actually kind of problematic. What we're learning here.
Yeah.
Because their backup quarterback had one interaction with Brock Purdy. It was like, I'm betting everything I
This
got.
guy's unbelievable.
Believe
Bet
too
everything.
much.
How do I bet on this guy?
Called mom and dad.
Is this guy? I thought I was a good football player. I'm a college football player. People are built fucking different down
This guy's
here.
unbelievable.
This guy's
I want
awesome.
to bet all my money on this guy. That's potentially when it started. So I guess it's a gift and a curse to have a guy like Brock Purdy. And the Niners certainly got him. If he doesn't melt, he'll be the starter day one.
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't take place.
Right.
Let's get to a break. Hour 2 will be on the other side with AJ Hawk, fresh off of a charity golf outing.
Okay.
He was at Brady Quinn's golf outing yesterday. Did he get all boozed up and crash a golf cart?
For
I
sure.
assume so.
Do we have that photo? We'll have it. We will.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, do we have the other photo he sent to the group this morning too?
Oh, yeah. He was talking about
he
an
is-
exoneration.
That's
He
right.
is so
Fully.
jacked up.
Yeah.
He's rocked up too, probably.
Yeah, he's super rocked up.
Both. Which the guy
Well, yes,
was,
he's been working out.
Yeah.
That guy's body fat percentage might be like 2%.
Yeah, he's
Well, he measured it every Friday, so he could probably tell us.
He does
yeah.
with the General Bob Carpenter.
That's right.
I wonder
he's
who's.
like that. He eat glass.
What's that?
He eat glass. He shouldn't have no fat.
Yes, he actually eats something worse than glass because glass has like a little sandy taste.
Yeah, right.
crunch.
You know what I mean? He just eats. Give me the blandest chicken you got,
Yep.
and give me the blandest ass rice you got.
Exactly.
Some rice has a little bit of flavor. I don't want that rice.
No.
Give me the shit with no flavor.
That's right.
Please.
The base for your meals that you put stuff on top of to have flavor? Don't put the flavor stuff on.
No.
None of that.
Just the base.
Brown rice.
And then whenever you see some chicken, it looks like the most boring fucking chicken walking around the yard,
I'll take it.
give me that one.
Right now.
The dark meat a little bit? No.
What the hell did you just say?
Driest,
No.
In Ohio?
driest breast you could find.
Yeah. It's going to be too dry. You might check on. I'll have a water. Thanks.
Boil it, please.
He'll be joining us on the other side.
Okay.
Guy drank his own urine 12 years.
Yeah.
Did.
Committed.
Every morning, big cup.
What did he say? I might actually have to do that now, live my gimmick. Isn't that what he said? He's definitely tried it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We were at a dinner table not too long ago, and we did talk to somebody who was openly admitting
Yes.
to drinking urine
Really?
for
Semen, too.
Yeah.
portion.
What?
I think semen got mixed in there. Yeah.
What?
That's just I believe that's what he
Like
said.
they peed too soon after jerking
No,
it,
no.
or
No, I think he was thinking like
Concoction.
salt, like you know,
Yeah.
you put
Yeah,
like
put salt in your
sugar in
beer.
there or
Yeah.
Splenda or something.
yeah.
He's talking about adding that.
Shoot
That was
some
not
of his
talking
goo
about.
No, it
into
wasn't.
a cup.
What he was doing there was making a comedic
okay.
to make the story
Seems
a little
like
bit.
no.
Nope,
being
that's
serious.
exactly what I heard. Said I'd shoot some of my goo into the urine and then I'd mix it up with like a spoon.
Who was this?
He did not hear that.
Great
No.
potato.
That's what I.
There's a chance, though, that the guy that was saying this was so jocked that we actually thought to ourselves, well, that's the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because we see on the Instagram Explore page all these dudes just like strapped.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the are these guys in the same world I'm in? Like, do they not have pizza as an option ever?
Sure.
Absolutely
Like,
not.
do they not? What do they do?
No. Said,
Turns out we were asking this guy all the questions because he looked like an Instagram Explore page
Yep.
guy. And he was answering all. Not what Connor said.
No.
That's what
But
he told me.
he did do a drinking urine phase, I
Yep.
believe.
Said it tasted like flat Mountain Dew.
Bingo. But he also said something that was putting back in his body. He could feel that.
Yep.
He just didn't stick with it. AJ was in that conversation as well. AJ truly was selling that he had never done it.
Right.
You know, like very straight. This is right after the ESPYs. This is
Yeah,
one day after the ESPYs, so pretty fresh
Yep.
in a lot of the. And AJ was very sure that he's never done it.
I should try, though.
Yeah, for the whole time, though, he kept selling that gimmick. and it wasn't like a moment where he was like, I have done it. So I don't think he's ever actually drank his own urine. So I lied.
Well,
I got misinformation.
Okay.
I don't know.
That'll happen.
Fake news.
What are you
Might
going
be
to do?
true though.
Sound good.
Well, most of the things you've been saying today, not true.
That's not true.
Yeah. What you just said isn't true.
No, what you said. What I said, that's not true. Is about what you said. Me
You want to
saying
do
that's not
politics
true.
right now? I'm a better human than you
I'm
are.
better human than you are.
No, you
Don't even have to consider it for a second.
No, you put hairspray in your hair right there. I see it. You're fucking killing the ozone.
No,
That's why the global boiling is happening.
No, I used mousse, as they call it in my hair today, and yeah, I didn't use any hairspray.
Where's Moose from? Canada? What you do? Kill him? Jeez.
No, mousse.
I'm a better human than you. You want to take out animals?
Look,
Hope PETA comes in this whole thing.
Don't worry, I don't kill the animals. Okay, mousse, I believe, is similar to horse glue. They kill the animal, but it's still used for a purpose again. So it's.
I
almost
close
like-
my eyes whenever they do that at racetracks. You open your eyes. That's why I'm a better human than you.
Well, I want to take it in because I want to respect the horses and what they have to go through. That's why I'm a better human than you are. You turn a blind eye. I don't turn a blind eye to terrible things going on.
No,
I
you're
see-
riding those horses. I'm looking at those horses. That's the difference. I'm a better human than you
No,
are.
I'm trying to save the horses, so that makes me a better human than you are.
No, you're not saving any of those horses.
Then how come I can stand there and support them after death and buy their mousse and glue?
I'm a better human than you are.
I disagree. I'm a better human than you are.
That's politics, baby. We did it again.
Mm-hmm.
We did it again.
Yep, good politics talk.
It is.
That's around the corner.
Yeah, next year.
Pumped.
I can't wait for these humans to see our politics talk whenever they have to watch us.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to love it.
Yeah.
Just openly mocking everything they live and die for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a better human than you. No, I'm a better human than you. That is literally what politics is,
Yeah, for a while.
right?
Yeah. To
That
a
is-
T.
We want to do this because save world. Well,
You're actually
we want
destroying the world.
we want to do this because save world. This is two different worlds, same world. Ha! Politics.
That's right.
AJ Hawk, who loves former president, who seemingly just got exonerated.
Yeah.
That'd be President Underwood
That's right.
Frank.
from House of Cards.
Yes.
Can't wait to get his entire thoughts on that. Kevin Spacey, I guess, completely innocent.
Yeah, which,
That's upset of the year.
Oh, yeah.
That's upset of the century, maybe.
Yeah.
well,
I do wonder how this. What's that?
just say some of the Frank Underwood tactics, came into play with, I think, real life Spacey.
All right, let's take a break. We're
That's
taking
just what I've seen. That's just what I've seen.
The internet said that.
Yes, about some of the witnesses.
Whoa.
Jeez Louise.
Well, just, I'm
I'm sure AJ will have all the
Yes, he
information.
will.
We would have heard
We also got to talk about all the sports that are taking place. Michael Oher.
Boy.
Yikes.
I don't like what's going on there.
What the?
That's going to get real ugly.
Yeah.
That's going to get real loud, real ugly. Don't like negativity in anybody's lives. Obviously, Michael Oher has experienced and felt that. That's why he went into the book. I played on the same Senior Bowl team as Michael Oher. Every time we played against Michael Oher, I had a conversation with Michael Oher. I'm pulling for Michael Oher, just like the rest of the world.
That's right.
Yep.
We're all on Michael Oher's side.
Absolutely.
A lot of people going after Sandra Bullock. I don't think Sandra Bullock knew it was all bullshit.
I don't think she did either.
Those
But
made a lot of money off that movie.
Yeah. A lot of money.
It's a great movie.
Won an Oscar.
Very popular movie.
How in the hell he not know nothing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it worked out. Gonna have to read the book. We're gonna have to read the book.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
We're on Michael Oher's side, though.
Yes, we are.
Until further notice.
Yeah.
Probably forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless.
I don't know why the Chrisleys did that to him.
So they got another show coming out, too.
What?
From jail?
I don't know if there's going to be any jail visits, but I do believe.
Oh,
So it's the kids?
yes.
Yeah, it's the kids, and I assume Todd's popping in from,
Jail.
Yeah.
I assume.
20 to life.
Wonder how he's doing.
I don't want to judge. Let's get to a break. We'll be back on the other side. I think he's probably doing okay.
Yeah.
Noodle soup.
He's a hustler.
Yeah, he's a worker.
Playing tennis every day. Steak dinners at night.
Nah.
Playing catch with Ryan Leaf in there.
Exactly. Yep. What?
So small. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Remember when Ryan Leaf said they asked him to play all-time quarterback or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And my immediate thought was like, did you think to yourself, this is going to be the easiest stint of all time?
Right.
Yeah.
And he got upset about it. He
Yeah.
said he didn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, Chrisley's playing quarterback now. Him and Harry Ruggs have one of the greatest connections in the history of
3
the
years? 3 years?
3 to 10.
Sad stuff. Let's not do illegal stuff. No,
No
that's
more.
coming from a guy who has a mugshot.
Me too.
Another guy has a mugshot. We all fuck up. Let's move on. Let's not make the big mistakes, though.
That's right.
And let's get back to the other side of football talk.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Me.
We have so much good stuff happening around the NFL. I cannot wait to dive into it with a man who was just raising money just yesterday on a golf course. AJ Hawk will join us on the other side, as will DeMeco Ryans
Yeah.
in about 23 minutes. And we got Stoner from the Las Vegas Golden Knights with a big-time announcement coming in the third hour. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take 5.
Bye.
Hey, we're going to fucking smoke some.
Hell yeah.
Y'all get it out of your system now because I'm going to annihilate your asses. Just saying.
We can't get lapped. That is a hey, Pat,
Can't
deal?
get lapped.
Can't get lapped. Boys, nobody can get lapped.
Let's go.
Team on 3, team on me. 1, 2, 3. Team.
Oh, you're all in trouble.
Actual. You think you'll lap one person, 2 people? How many people?
I say at least one.
Laps one person will donate $25,000 to a charity of his choice. If he laps 2 people, it'll be $50,000 to a charity of your choice. And if you don't lap anybody, it's on you to give $10,000.
Deal.
All right, here we go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good luck. Hey, boys. Let's go.
Go, baby.
Let's go. Warm up them tires. Let me warm up them tires. Let me warm up them tires. Here we go. Man, you are awesome. You are awesome, dude. You know, there's professionals at things. There's professional walkers, believe it or not. They're in the Olympics. They're speed walkers. They walk better than we do, even though every human knows how to walk. There's professional eaters, okay? Every human on earth eats. They're better than you are at eating somehow. Everybody drives. This motherfucker drives. Thank you so much for coming, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Didn't laugh any of us though. 10 grand, 2 donation, but he definitely smoked us. Hey, that's called getting smoked by smoke. Cheers, NHRA in Indianapolis, Labor Day weekend. It's gonna be a blast. They're going 330 miles an hour. He's going 280 miles an hour. They're racing all day. A lot of boozing, I think, in the crowd. I've been there a couple times, yeah.
Oh, Bill! Oh, Bill, get going! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh! Oh, no, Bill! Hey!
Why?
Let's go!
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. This sports program, Hour 2, starts now. Football! He's happening, and that is a former Notre Dame quarterback and NFL quarterback, the ever-handsome Brady Quinn. He hosted a golf tournament just yesterday that our guest who will be joining us in moments was at, and that is also the person who's going to be joining us with a golf cart in a pond after getting so boozed up he crashed it and drowned it.
What?
The Talks table was here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. 14-year NFL vet Pac-Man Jones is live in the Thunderdome. And joining us now is this man's brother-in-law. He's also the current president of the state of Ohio. He's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, COVID survivor, father of 10, AJ Hawk. AJ.
Yes, it's a good picture, Brady.
He's insanely handsome.
Yeah, strikingly.
You know what I mean? Like that's
absurd.
It's a little bit uncomfortable that this dude has looked like this seemingly for his entire life, just out of stone.
Yeah.
Chiseled.
Great touch of gray now, too.
Great. He's matured very well.
Classy.
Good for him, Brady Quinn.
He has matured very well.
Absolutely. He has matured in an incredible fashion. Magnificent, some would say. Magnificent maturity of your face is what some people say about this guy. Was this from yesterday? He was wearing this shirt. How'd the tournament go? Did you crash any golf carts because you got too boozed up?
No, I did not crash any golf carts. Chopper almost crashed a golf cart with Oz, who was the other gentleman smoking a cig in that picture. He was in the cart that went down 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So
12 years.
Nothing was crashed. That was from last year, though. We had some elements yesterday. We started with some heavy rain through the first 9 holes, and then it cleared up a bit, and it was nice.
Okay, how'd you play? Did you play pretty good? Did you win? Was there a winner?
I mean, it's a scramble. So I played with my other brother, Ryan, and then Pistol, my dad. None of us, I would say, are absolute sharks on the golf course. We're not scratch golfers by any means, but we had Brady gave us a ringer. This kid Davis was an absolute stud scratch golfer. We shot like 21 under. Of course, we didn't win because someone turns in like a 30 under.
None of us are good. None of us are scratch golfers.
This dude Davis legit did not hit a bad shot. He didn't hit a bad
21
shot.
under, huh? Yeah.
Well, we all made putts. We all, could use some of my drives, obviously.
Yeah, some of my drives.
18 of them.
Yeah, we're not good golfers, bro. Yeah, we're playing on every single hole is a 370-yard par 4. Good news. I can actually drive to the fringe. Davis, are you good around the green?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's how attacked. 21 under did not win?
No. I mean, which is unbelievable. I don't know what guys are doing. Who knows what they're putting on?
Oh, Ohio, you're saying.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, it's in Ohio. Yeah. Same thing within Pittsburgh. We heard there were some people this past weekend that were maybe, using the other side of the pencil.
Whoa. At Phil's thing, right?
Yeah,
Someone was cheating?
At the Phil Maine's Family Classic. Yeah, there was allegedly some people taking a little eraser and having a little, wait, didn't we? A lot of that I heard.
Don't say.
Because Those elements were tough out there.
They're brutal. Yeah, I think Nick said it. We had the two of the hardest things: unbelievable heat, just scorching hot, and then terrible rain. I mean, those are the two worst things you can
A
have.
lot of
during
rain
golf.
coming, AJ. It feels like this summer of boil is getting cooled off right now, doesn't it? It sounds like Ohio had a bunch yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Is that a good thing? Do we need that rain to, simmer us down a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of reasons, because rain makes corn, and corn makes whiskey, and whiskey makes my baby. Yeah, whiskey. We always need rain.
Remember?
I do remember. You used to always sing that song.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
Whose is it? Who sings that? Who is
Luke
it?
Bryan. What are we even?
Come on.
You are disgusting. I
It
got
is
to
tough.
sing.
It's tough to distinguish, especially when it comes to country songs. It is tough to know who sings what.
Oh, okay. Which generic white is
Act like
singing
you don't
what?
know.
Is that what
Act
you're
like
saying?
you know. Act like I'm lying. Yeah, act like I'm lying.
Oh,
you definitely know all.
they all put ball caps on. We get it.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, we hear what you're saying, AJ.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
That's not what I said.
Oh, these guys all put their little
I said
ball
there's a lot
caps
of
on.
hits out there.
beard.
Oh,
There's a
they're
lot of
super
hits.
handsome. They got accents.
Oh,
sorry, AJ.
broken
cool
hearts.
tats and
Sorry,
beards.
Jay. Jeez, there's Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
There's a couple different now.
Luke Bryan.
Bald ass Morgan Wallen.
Yep.
That was weird.
And then there's OG Blake Shelton still selling out arenas whenever he wants to.
That's right.
Tim
Old
McGraw
Red,
kicking
heard of
the fucking shit out of people in the
jacked.
stands.
Yep. Who fucking said that?
Thought we were fucking singing.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I thought. Back down.
Friday Night
Fucking
Lights was on
I wanna
Sunday.
live
He beat
for
the fuck out of his kid, man.
Who was, what's her name? Miranda was not happy people were taking photos at her concert. Listen, you come to my concert, don't fucking tell anybody.
I got about enough for her.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Whoa, what's wrong, Diggs? What'd she do?
I'm
What was
with
that,
Tony.
CMA Fest this year? She sang like fucking 6 times, okay? You had your time. Get out.
We're talking about Miranda Lambert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she, and granted, this is
Give
just
me
internet-
Blake.
Internet rumors, the things that happened with Blake and Miranda.
No,
clearly-
we're not diving into all that. We don't need to dive into music stuff. But
Team Blake.
nonetheless,
Yeah.
certainly.
Yeah.
Let's not even.
I don't know. I do not know the backstory there.
Yeah,
Me
Google it.
neither. I did actually. I heard the rumors, but certainly wasn't going to talk about it. But the whole pictures thing, and then people throwing stuff at people's stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people that are up on stage are on high guard right now about like anything that is potentially like, hey, remember this is my job.
Yeah.
There's people that are thinking that. That Miranda Lambert one was tough though. That was a tough one to spin. I don't know. She just had a bad night though, and everybody's going.
Yeah.
The one where Cardi B got hit with the drink and she threw the mic.
Yeah, bingo.
I think she did it again.
She did it twice, yeah.
I think she
Same
threw the mic.
weekend.
That's a pretty cool little thing. Like, hey, what are you gonna be known for? I fucking throw this thing. Well, how do you sing? I don't anymore.
Yeah.
That's the way this goes.
And it hurts.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, whole crowd's gonna pay for it. You know, one person jumps offside, we're all running sprints.
Exactly.
That's right.
One person throws a drink. Guess what? This microphone, doesn't. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right. We don't need that back. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Good there, Connor.
This kid missed the desk.
No,
Hold
I
that.
hit the desk.
It didn't land there. Oh, great throw. Great throw.
Buckets.
So, what we're saying is, let's all be responsible out in public.
That's right. Yeah.
And appreciate that you have a crowd.
Yeah.
That people, you know what I mean? Speaking of crowd, AJ was announced yesterday. Not our start date on ESPN. That's going to be announced relatively soon, though.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
That decision has been made.
Whoa.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Let's go.
We tried to record a couple commercials for this.
Sure.
Yeah, we did try.
Wait. They're not using it?
What happened?
I don't know if
What do you
we
mean?
want. I mean, they don't have much. No offense to the people that are very good at what they do in places, but I think we kind of save all that stuff. And I don't know. We tried to. We tried to.
Did
We tried to do. Which one? Huh?
It's a tight
A
squeeze.
commercial to run on ESPN?
Bro, 30 seconds. I mean, how are we supposed to explain what's about to happen in 30 seconds? I don't know. That's old school, I guess. That's what TV is, 30-second ad spots or whatever. It was a tough thing for us to figure out, I'm going to say. That was a tough task. But that announcement's coming soon. And when you see our video, no, really, I mean, too much effort was put into
A lot
it.
of takes.
Too much effort was put into it for what it was. And that's just how it's going to be for a bit. But when that gets announced, it'll be awesome. And obviously, we will be live on ESPN by the time we get to week 2 of college football, where we will be live, this particular program, on Friday, live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, AJ, for the Texas Alabama.
I did hear about that. That's it's a nice place for college football, huh?
It should be a good time, bro.
I've never been there.
I'm a little bit worried. I was a little bit worried about us doing our first, live show streamed with crowd in a place that I don't think any of our statistics tell us is a good spot for us.
No clue. What about per capita?
I don't think so. I do not know if that's
really.
So I was a little bit worried. Alabama's not high up on the list of states that are listening to this particular program on YouTube and everything like that. So, as it kind of added up, it was like, I do not want us to be sitting out in front of, that would be very difficult.
Yeah, 15
people, 6 people. I mean, that is tough. If we say, hey, we're going to be there and there's nobody, that's a tough thing.
Yes.
That'll probably have me never do another live show. I've been with me a long time. Mm-hmm. That probably is immediate. All right, never doing that again. Yeah. Never doing that again. But we will be simulcasting a la the college football playoff and the national championship at the Texas-Alabama game Saturday night in Tuscaloosa as well. So we'll be there Friday for our show. Then Saturday night will be Texas-Alabama on the sideline, I believe, with microphones again. And then hopefully I genuinely do not know. And Kirk Herbstreit, he said, feels like probably, but he doesn't know either. Game day might be there as well. Should be a massive, massive weekend down there, and we cannot wait to kick it off on Friday, AJ.
I mean, what other games are going on where game day would go somewhere else?
Iowa State might be.
That's true, Ty. Yeah. That's true.
Penn State, West Virginia.
True. Well, Duquesne, West Virginia.
That game's going to suck.
That's week 3.
It's West Virginia, Duquesne. Yeah, would be that week. Which
that's going to be a barn burner.
That could be.
That's going to be a close one.
I think there's another one. There's a big one.
Week 2.
Because I saw a couple people respond to the video. Because Kirk Herbstreit saying yesterday, feels like that's probably where game day is going to be as well. Made its way around the college football conversation. Yeah. And I think I saw one particular game other people were talking about on a very regular basis that could potentially derail it going there. But Texas with Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning's on the team too.
Yeah, Bama trying to establish a QB.
Feels like that would be a game regardless if ESPN had it or another game had it, which I think a lot of people kind of blow out of proportion there too. Everybody thinks just because the way rights have kind of gone with college football to different places and what ESPN had, although ESPN has bid, I think, ESPN has tried to be in, I think, on a lot. What they ended up with was the SEC package, right, from CBS. And a lot of people were like, oh, so that's what game day is going to be. Everything I've been told from people that know game day a lot better than I do, it's like, nah, game day is always going to be like whatever the biggest fucking game.
Yeah.
Let's go to the biggest fucking game. Doesn't matter. We'll be very appreciative if it's a lot easier, I think, if however that whole thing works out. But I like to hear that. About it, because as the world changes, that would be like a big corpo decision that would get made and make sense. Why are we bringing our hype train to a game that we're not even going to reap the benefits from? Right. That makes no sense, business-wise, if you just look at it from this to this. But from what I've been told, it's we don't care.
Yeah.
College football we celebrate college football for college game. Wow. I love that. I'm a big fan of that. And I think that was really good to hear whenever we were in the entire process of figuring out where the show is going to go.
Yeah, no bias. I mean, it is what it is. Game day is the biggest show in town on Saturdays. It doesn't matter what other networks are popping up.
Hey, it's a cool thing. This is the first thing
every school wants that.
Yeah, legit.
Every school wants game day to come. Yeah. And they all show up and show out for game day because they don't get to go everywhere. You know what I mean? So I think it would be really dope if they can. You know what I mean?
Keep going to the big game. Yeah. I think so, too, and showcases something. I mean, last year we were in Jackson, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Then we were in Montana.
Yep.
Montana. Listening to the people that have been around the show the longest, they're like, these are the ones that you'll remember. Yep. These are, you know what I mean? It's like a cool, I think.
Do they ever go places, though, where the game is not carried on ESPN?
Yeah. That's what I was literally just saying.
They do that actually. Okay.
Yeah, like my first game.
Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan. We went down to Texas. My first week, Texas was playing on Fox. I think.
Yep.
I think it was Texas, Bama, Texas.
Yeah, it was Bama, Texas.
Bama, Texas. I think that was on Fox. That was like the first week I was on the show last year. So it is a it happens.
That doesn't seem to make financial sense, but it's good they do it. I'm glad they do it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like whenever they mentioned that, I was like, that's thinking with content in mind.
Yes.
As opposed to just numbers in mind, which a lot of people you talk to in this game these days only talking about numbers. This only helps us. Why are we doing that? And that's a lot of people have made a lot of money doing things that way, but we're a big let's just make good shit.
Yeah.
And then everything else, you know what I mean? Yeah. I care about that more than anything. So to hear them kind of process that and talk about that, I was like, I like where your head's at, because I think that'll trickle into other decisions that are being made as well. You know, like that's a pretty big deal, I think.
Yeah, it should. I mean, you would think it wouldn't even be a question. Hey, we're only going to ESPN games that we're doing. You would think, but it's awesome that they don't. It really is. I guess I never really thought about it too much. I know Kirk would sometimes fly from game day to go do other games a lot. It's not always where he's doing the game, but yeah, I like it.
Well, just also think about have to take an entire truck there, even though you would have trucks at another place already because you got to call that game.
Right.
Yeah.
So the production truck, the stage, the travel, the trucks, everything. Plus getting a space. It's not your game. So the network that has your game has access and rights to a lot of stuff because they got to get shots for the game. So now you also got to find a spot that is game day worthy. It's the amount of work that goes in to just setting up one game, let alone at another. But they said we'll continue to do it. I'm like, hell yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hey, I love everything about it, man.
And that's what's crazy too is some of the spots that you guys went to last year. They've never gone. The Montana State. I'm not sure, but
that was crazy.
Kansas, getting that stuff to those places is absurd.
Shout out Tommy, the truck driver, and the boys and ladies over there.
Beast.
Tommy.
App State.
Getting to App State in one of those big ass trucks and hauling all that equipment, that's impossible.
I got so car sick getting from airport to App State.
Yeah.
Just we were
going up the mountain.
Just going up, man. Beautiful place though.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful
scenery.
Once you get there, worth the view.
Yeah.
But getting there is a thing. I mean,
I looked at week 2. I don't know what fan base was trying to fucking push their narrative. There's not another game.
All right. So do we want to? We don't have the information, but this is one of those things where people on the internet just break news that they assume is going to happen, and then it probably ends up coming right, and they had the news all along, but really it was just a guess prediction.
Yeah,
right.
Just say per sources, and then you're good. You can say anything after you say that. It's with all due respect.
I think with all due respect is done having any weight at all. I think people get pissed off whenever they say that.
They should.
It's still been played for me.
Sources, though, potentially assuming.
Yep.
Alluding to.
With all due respect.
Game day probably going to be Texas, Alabama.
You would assume.
Yeah, there you go. Could you imagine maybe if something happens week 1, 2?
We're not saying that.
No.
We're just saying you start piecing these dots together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then our show's going to be there in time. Guys, let's go.
Yes.
Here we go.
That scared me a little bit, but because all the data and analytics say this is not the right, this is not the right move. But I'm appreciative of whoever makes the trip. What a good time! Imagine if, imagine we have a good amount of people there.
Yeah,
we will.
That Friday show is going to be stupid.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Quinn Ewers might not play and we get to watch, Arch Manning's first game ever as a collegiate athlete?
His trading cards already getting for
$100,000,
$1.5 million.
Whatever the hell it was.
Good for him, dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
beast.
what do you got from your uncles? Who knows? Who could that be?
Yeah.
What if it was Peyton?
Probably Gary Vee.
What if it was Peyton or Archie? Hey, this is how we got to build the value. Okay, so it's Jay-Z allegedly, for his artists, he used to buy however many albums so they automatically get to
platinum or whatever.
Yeah, so that everybody thinks that the album is good. It was a form of marketing by spending your own money on your own albums, so that whenever people heard that it got to a certain point, it was this got to be good. So then everybody else would kind of buy it. Not a bad play. Not a bad play there.
Yeah.
That's good business. Speaking of good business, Dalvin Cook has signed a 1-year deal with the New York Jets, A.J. Hawk. Aaron Rodgers gets another weapon. Breece Hall cleared off the PUP list today. Back at practice, looks good, striding out. Salah was happy to see him. He was incredible last year whenever he was healthy for the first half of the season or so. He was a rookie. We should expect that he's going to be great again. And what does the addition of Dalvin Cook do for the New York Jets in your eyes, A.J. Hawk?
I mean, think of just all the different. I'd put both these guys in. I'd have a package where they're both in there at the same time together, maybe both in the backfield. Let's motion one out, put them in the slot, do this. I mean, look how good Dalvin Cook is, obviously catching the ball and finding a way to make people miss and run away from the whole defense. So him and Breece Hall together, like even if their O-line takes a little bit to kind of gel and get together and figure everything out, I think these two guys absolutely buy him some time.
AJ, I mentioned this in the first hour. If they had Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall, and we're assuming Breece Hall is going to be as good as advertised and as he was last year, and we're assuming that Dalvin Cook will be able to be as good as he was just last year, even with a marginal quarterback, no offense, you would assume that some offensive coordinator could figure out how to be successful with those two great running backs. Like, it might not be what everybody else in the NFL is doing, but somehow you should be able to figure out how to be efficient and good with those two talented guys on the field at the same time. Then you add in this fucking 4-time MVP in there, and then Garrett on the outside. Obviously, you guys know him out of Ohio State. We watch Hard Knocks. There's a new episode tonight, but you see the highlights on the whole thing. Yeah. He looks like he's going to be a dude. Then you see Lazard. He looks like a fucking defensive end out there. It's like
Mecole Hardman.
This is great. Mecole Hardman. I completely forgot about Mecole Hardman.
Yeah.
They got, hey, there's a real, right?
I mean, you're right. Without Aaron Rodgers on the roster, you'd be like, man, they have some studs all over the place. Offense, and we're not even talking about the defense that much, and their defense could be great this year. They really could. And I think they'll feed off the offense, too. It'll make them – can you imagine as a defense and the Jets knowing, let's say the first series, the first game, Aaron just drives them down, boom, score, here we go. Defense gets a turnover, they jump out to an early lead. I know they're playing Buffalo week 1. It's going to be tough. But – I just think their defense will feed off of what Aaron brings to that offense.
Well, I think offense will feed as well. Could you imagine getting a short field?
Yeah, bingo.
You get a short field, okay, defense backs them up. They got a punt. They're getting the ball at the 45. Aaron Rodgers getting the ball at the 45. Going in with all those. That's good. You know what I mean? I like the fact that Joe Douglas, too, notices this and realizes, hey, because $8.6 million, I don't know what we all thought he was going to get paid. I guess there's probably a contingency of people that say more. Allegedly, the Vikings offered him $7 million, so it's $1.6 million more than what the Vikings offered. But getting Dalvin for $8.6 million, what a move. I think it's a good deal for Dalvin at this stage of the calendar. Yeah. I think it's a good deal for the Jets. This feels like a win-win-win pack.
And it shows Dalvin want to win. We already know he's getting $2 million from the Vikings from when they released him. So he already getting that money this year. So go somewhere where you can win. He said he wanted to win. He went on his tour. And I think this is the place where he think he can win.
What was his trainer talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, you remember his trainer?
Leverage. Just leverage, right? Just leverage.
Yep.
For who?
For Dalvin. Saying, you never know. Why, you got to come to the table. If you want him to come to New York, you got to pay us more.
Oh, see, I thought the leverage would have been lost on their side because the Jets were like, what the fuck? Why is this? We just gave you a full breaking. And then we got your...
Well, and didn't the agent give him a nice little pee-pee whack after he said that? Like, hey, shut up. Okay, we're not doing this. This is my domain.
They did. They deleted that.
Yeah.
And then Gumpy got him in trouble because Gumpy was like, no, it was on the internet.
Yeah, no, he deleted it.
I saw it. My name's Gumpy. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who is back in a city in which he dominated as a football player. This time he's not playing. No, he's coaching.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the brand new head coach of the Houston Texans, an absolute legend, DeMeco Ryans.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Coach? Hey, is that how friends call you Coach now? Like immediately upon going to the coaching level, you just become Coach to everybody? Or how should I refer to you, Coach?
Instantly. Everybody calls me Coach now.
Okay, I love that, Coach. How are the vibes down there in H-Town? Obviously, whenever you guys make the moves that you made on draft night and in the offseason for free agency, there seems to be a nice, positive, refreshing vibe around the Houston Texans and the fan base. Where are you at within the building, establishing culture, all of that shit, Coach?
Yeah, first off, man, the city is excited. They're fired up. We're fired up, right, to be here in Houston. Family to be back in Houston, so we're pumped. The building is excited. Like, you feel the energy every day I come into the building from the first day that I was hired until now has just continued to be great energy from everyone in the organization. And we're just continuing to feed off of that. Players are picking up their energy, intensity in practice, and it's definitely headed in the right way.
Hell yeah. Go ahead, AJ.
DeMeco, I know you've been coaching for a little while now. First time becoming a head coach. Is it what you expected? I guess now that you're the guy leading the charge, like, is this what you thought it would be?
And you always have an idea of how things are going to go. I think for the most part, things have been ran fairly smoothly. I think it all starts with, the GM having Nick Caserio on my side and being able to work in tandem with him. That's really been a huge help for me, right? Wouldn't have wanted to go anywhere else, right? To have a guy with the experience that Nick has had, it's really provided me like a lot of comfort in handling this position. And also the coaching staff that I have, I have surrounded myself with awesome guys, good guys to work with. It's going well. I think the one thing from the coaching aspect that you don't really feel from the coordinator level or coaching level is, and having to deal with a lot of administrative things like scheduling and probably doing a lot more interviews than I had to do before. So it's all of those things when I just want to tell these guys, hey, just let me go coach football and you guys figure out that schedule stuff, and I'll get back to that later.
Okay, so let's talk about that because obviously you probably don't have to do a lot of shit like this. So, hey, we appreciate your time.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate your time, Coach. I know there's a lot of other stuff that you're going to have to do, and you'll be judged upon whether or not your team is able to pull it off or not. Is it as exigent as everybody makes it out to be, coaching in the NFL, just head coaching in the NFL, as demanding attention-wise as you could have expected? Is there any preparation that anybody could have told you to be ready for this particular job, or is it just once you get dropped in there, it's a little bit of a baptism by fire?
It's definitely baptism by fire. No one can prepare you for all the things that come across my desk, like each and every day. Like every day is different, which is exciting. That's the exciting part of it. Each day is never the same day. There's never a dull moment. Like there's always the grind and the work that goes in the ball, but always you have to be on your toes and you have to be on point. Like I was talking to Coach Mike McDaniels the other day. It's just like, man, you always have to be on point and ready to go for any and everything possible that may come across your desk.
You're coming out of that incredible coaching tree up there in San Francisco, obviously, and there's been a lot of success out of that, and the Shanahan kind of tree is blossoming quickly all across and around the NFL. What have you been able to take away from the Niners organization, or what have you been able to take away from being the coordinator for the Niners into the Houston building, and how much have you been able to figure out your own lane as well?
I think the first thing that I take from the San Francisco way is, man, it was a proven model that we had a lot of success there, right? And we played it deep into the playoffs multiple years there, was able to, be fortunate enough to go to one Super Bowl. So I seen what it looks like, what a championship culture looks like and how do you build it. Because when I first started in San Francisco, and we started off 0-9, and to see where, how we improve year after year and to see where that team is now, and how you go through the draft process, how do you acquire talent? Like, man, I learned so many things from John and from Kyle and just how to build it the right way. So I was happy to have, be in an organization that started off rough, and it was a new regime, and it started off rough, but to see it change in 2-3 years, to see everything change and see the success they're having. And that's what I'm looking to implement here. Not a 0-9 start for sure, but definitely looking to implement just the winning way. Like, how do you practice? Like, that's one thing that we harped on in San Francisco is like deliberate practice every day. Every rep is full speed. It's all game reps. So when you get into the game, you're not worried about turning it up or, man, we got to get hyped for the game. Like in San Fran, those practices were competitive each and every day. And we got into a game. Some games we were able to dominate our opponent just because of our preparation.
That's a very veteran mindset, though. That is, I think as you get older, there's some older guys that take G days every day and they're on the golf cart. I get it. It depends on what places allow and what they don't allow and what each person potentially needs. But as you get older, there's practice reps seemingly become just as important as the game reps to the older guys that can figure it out. You got a lot of young guys, especially at big time positions. How have the rookies been? Obviously, you guys make that trade to go up for number 3 as well. So you got a rook on the offensive side that's going to lead things, CJ. And then obviously Will on the other side. How are the young guys? And what do you think you need to see out of them this year? A lot, feels like, right? I mean, a lot of pressure on the young guys.
Yeah, with the young guys, man, they've been as advertised. Like it was important for us to get, both of those guys, and we got them. Will and CJ, they've been everything we could have asked for. Just the mindset that these guys have that they want to be great, right? And it starts there. For a player to be great, you have to actually want it, and you have to want to put the work in to do it. And that's what you see from Will, CJ. Like their work ethic is, man, it's off the charts. So I'm very proud of the way these guys work. And with that mindset, they're only going to improve and continue to grow and get better. Young guys coming in, we know it takes time, and those guys they'll fit in just fine. I'm happy to have both.
CJ threw that pick.
Yeah, bad one.
It's a bust.
See ya.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I read. I read it on the internet. I don't know if you got time for the internet these days as a head coach of an NFL team. We'll keep you updated. CJ ain't gonna be able to do it.
No,
threw a pick.
Man, guess the quarterback never thrown a pick before.
No. not the first preseason game ever against
the first preseason.
New England. Right. Bill Belichick. Yeah. The whole thing is interesting, but I like the way CJ seemed to be very comfortable. And this sounds like such a little thing, but I know you guys are all looking at it too. Breaking the huddle, the poise, there was no illegal shifts or snaps before somebody got ready. Look like a professional. And then as the game continues to slow down, we're excited to watch him. I guess you would be more pumped to watch him evolve as well because, he's your fucking quarterback. You're a defensive guy, though. He's offensive guy. What's your relationship like? Is that interesting or no? You try to build up with him? How's it go?
Oh yeah, I'm not a defensive guy anymore.
Hell yeah.
It's all head coach, man. I'm an offensive guy when we're on offense, and I'm defense when we're on defense. So that's how I rock. And I told the guys that yesterday. I don't want to build a culture where it's offense, defense split. I started my football career on the offense. Hey, you want to know the position?
Yeah,
center.
Yeah,
I got a really nice.
Hey, that's good leverage. You know what I mean? That's good leverage. Those big boys are going to be happy to hear that, though. Immediately, the offensive lineman goes, "Oh, this guy knows how fucking miserable we are." He truly gets it. Not trying to ruin him. I love that, though. It sounds like the transition going swimmingly over there for you.
Yeah, it's going really well, man. I have a really good relationship with the offensive side, right? With CJ, with Davis, all the quarterbacks. Make sure I communicate with those guys, talking to them in practice. So it's making sure I'm the head coach and making sure that they understand that it's not just, he's a defensive head coach. That's what I want to get out of their minds and let them know that we're all in this thing together.
It can be a little split sometimes, and I assume you've heard about that and seen it. I like that you're attacking that from the beginning. Pac-Man has a question for you, Coach.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, Pac?
What's up? I had a chance to come to your practice last year in San Fran, the vibe, and we talked a good little bit about the culture of what you like. My question is, how are you implementing your culture into the locker room, because it wasn't like that the year before? And I talked to J. Joe. He said Jalen Prate, the DB, is looking pretty good. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think first off, when it starts with the culture pack, it starts with the guys that you bring in. All right, so that's why it was important to me to add, Jimmy Ward, Sheldon Rankins, Hassan Ridgeway, guys who I've been around before, veteran guys who know what winning looks like, Robert Woods. Guys who they understand what winning looks like. So you put those guys in the locker room, and when it comes to the culture, I think it's a daily fight to really teach and show these guys on what does practice look like, right? What are the habits we want to have off the field? How are we attacking the regen with our bodies? It's just all encompassing. It's a daily grind to teach guys so that culture change. It just doesn't happen overnight. But adding the right guys to your locker room, the guys change the culture. Yeah. Not just what I say, but it's having those guys.
They are the
locker
culture.
Room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right? They are the culture. That's what it's about. It's always about the men in the locker room. So adding a guy like Will, right? That's the guy who I want guys to look to. That's what our locker room is going to be made of. And that's how you build it. And when it comes to, as J. Joe mentioned, is Jalen Petrie. He's been outstanding. Right, this guy he plays with his hair on fire every day at practice. It's just fun watching him as such a young player, watching him and Jimmy Ward work together in tandem. It's fun to watch. Kind of have to try to slow these guys down out there because they are flying around making plays all over the field.
Hey, rather have to say "whoa" than "go," right? And that the old coach.
No doubt.
Yeah. That's
no doubt. That's it.
Yeah. Go ahead, AJ. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You can finish.
Yeah. Fuck me, literally.
Yeah, and no, that's where we talk about that culture, right? Building, like Petrie, like the way he practices. And I just continue to show clips in practice. I mean, this is what it looks like. Every rep is important to this guy. Every rep, he wants to make every play. He's going to attack the ball. That's what winning culture looks like.
Look at DB showing up, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Joe said he's a dog.
You like him?
Yeah. I like him.
Petrie, we know who he is.
Yeah.
From?
Jalen?
Yep, from? Where the hell did he play?
Baylor.
No. Oh, Baylor.
Baylor.
Okay.
Baylor?
Baylor. Yeah, he's a rookie last year.
Big 12 defense guy is the guy setting the standard over there. He's the clip guy. Love that. Hey, let's go.
How about it?
I love everything about it. That's what I heard. That's what I heard right there. I love to hear. Hey, Petrie, let's go, bub.
Here we go.
Love everything you're about. Go ahead, AJ.
Have you kind of figured out exactly what your game day operation is going to be as the head coach now that you're not going to be there calling the defense? I know you brought in Matt Burke as your defensive coordinator there. How is that going to work? Is it going to be tough not to step in every once in a while or try to really micromanage those situations?
I don't like that.
It was good having that first run this past week, man, versus the Patriots. And Matt called the defense. Bobby, of course, handled the offense. Then Frank handled our special teams. So when it came to the defensive side, I let Burke called it. He did a great job, and we worked in tandem. So if there were any conversations or things that came up, any situational football, what type of calls will we go with, me and him having a conversation on the sideline and working in tandem, and it worked very smoothly, man. I really love working with all our coaches on game day. It was a smooth process, and it was fun to see how all of our coaches were communicating, working together, really attacking the game on game day. It was fun to be around.
Swarming. Isn't that your thing, swarm?
That's it. Yeah, that's it, man. Swarm is something I started, back in San Fran. And the swarm mentality, it all started with, as we talked about the culture and the type of guys you want to be around. That swarm mentality is just an acronym for I want to build my team with guys who have a special work ethic and a relentless mindset. And that's where the swarm mentality came in. And then,
special work ethic and relentless mindset.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
that's
yeah,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome. So you like you like the word swarm. Let's go back to the development of this. You like the word swarm, and then you had to think to yourself, what does swarm mean? What does it? What is it? What does it mean to me? And then you start piecing special work ethic and relentless mindset.
Boom.
Fucking book it.
Send it.
Hey, that's genius. That is very. How'd you get to swarm? And you're still. Is this going to be in every? Is this like the Texans motto now?
That's what it is for right now, right? Will, I think as I build it out, it all starts like I talked about with the people you want. And as I start out, that's where we are now. That's what the Texan culture will be about, swarming, right? And it's attacking everything. Of course, swarm is all encompassing, but to me, it involves teamwork, right? It involves togetherness, how you attack issues, and it's swarming this thing all together. How are you going to attack a defense or offense? Man, it's those 11 guys out there swarming together on the field. So it's all encompassing for me.
Coach, you got a good one there. I think that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they say, like, keep it simple, stupid.
Bingo.
Oh, there's like the coach. There's so much coach stuff. That swarm one. Hey, that's a good one.
Keeper.
That is a good one.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Hell, hey, maybe you're supposed to coach.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you're supposed to coach. You always knew you were going to be a coach?
Yeah, it started out, man, during the lockout year. You guys remember that lockout year of 2011. That's where I was rehabbing. I had torn my Achilles, so I was rehabbing during that process. Couldn't be here to work out, so I went back home, Alabama, and I started working with our high school, my old high school, and started coaching those kids through a spring game. And those kids hadn't won in a long time. They hadn't won a game in a year or so. And man, I got out there, started working with those kids, and we put together a nice little plan, went out and won a spring game. And to see the excitement on those kids' faces when we won, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, I want to continue this process. Didn't know it would turn into this.
Didn't know I would be a fucking defensive genius. Yeah, didn't know that I'd be able to create swarm and motivate the hell out of people. Yeah, didn't know, but it's a nice little perk, though, isn't it? Nice little perk at the start.
It is. Yeah, it is, man. It all started, coaching all started with me was just really, man, just want to go back and help younger guys. So I thought I would do it on the high school level, but then it was like, man, if I can get the opportunity to do it in the league, why not? So San Fran, Kyle allowed me to come in. Kyle and Robert Saleh allowed me to come in and work with those guys. And I actually learned what coaching was actually about that first year. And I understood the grind of coaching and how I didn't know anything about coaching. And I had to figure it out very quickly. But I just enjoy helping these young men. That's what it's all about for me.
See, I think you should have got a head coaching job immediately.
Yeah.
One spring game, right to head coach, Jeff Saturday.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? Jeff Saturday just make it. We love Jeff. I was happy for him. Had to happen. Connor, to that point, though, I think Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned some of the stuff you got to do as the head coach with interviews and scheduling and stuff, but sometimes when guys go from, DC or OC to head coach, they kind of change a little. Recently with Robert Saleh, you just mentioned him, that first year in New York, it felt like he wasn't the jovial, Niners D coordinator he was, and it kind of took him a year until his second year in New York where he became what we thought was kind of similar to who he was in San Fran. Have you found it difficult at all going to, the head coach role and still remaining the same, coach type that you were in San Francisco? Obviously, you got to work more with the offense and the team as a whole, but is that difficult at all, or has it been so far?
It hasn't been different. One thing I told myself throughout this process, becoming a head coach, is I'm going to be me and I'm going to do it my way, right? And I just believe in being positive, energetic every single day. And I want my team to feel that from me. So every time I step up in front of those guys, it's high energy. I'm bringing it. When you're on practice, I'm at guys. I'm yelling at guys. I'm intense out there on the field. That's how I was as a D coordinator, and I'm the same as a head coach. I'm barking at the offense, the defense. Like, I want guys to play with some intensity and passion because that's who I am. So I want our team to exude my personality to show up in our team.
Is there music playing at practice?
Oh, yeah, we got music playing. We got all the guys, provided a song, their favorite song. And so we just run a playlist of just different songs with all the guys. It's all about the players and what they want to listen to at practice. So that's what we listen to.
Has there been a song yet where everybody was like, who the fuck? Has there been one of those yet? Pretty good. We feel pretty good about the play.
I think they've been too tired to even understand what's being played.
How is it? How is camp? You running a tough camp? Feel like you have to have a tough camp, right?
Yeah, you have to have a tough camp. And we have a different element here with the heat, the humidity here in Houston. It's definitely, it's a beast out here. So our guys, they're getting it in, man. Nobody complains. Guys put the work in, so it's fun to watch these guys work.
You guys joint practicing, and how are those not fights every period?
Yeah, funny you bring it up. We're actually joint practicing. Our first one will be tomorrow, and we'll go Wednesday and Thursday versus the Dolphins. So how is it not a fight? We just let guys know up front, man. We want to actually use these joint practices to get better, right? Going against different schemes, different people. We don't want to waste time and energy fighting because there's nothing to gain from this. So we really want to attack it head on and make sure we get the opportunity to take advantage of these days and not waste our time.
Just don't take me down to the ground.
I think that ain't gonna work.
Don't take me down to the ground.
I don't. It just from covering them now, because they're much more prevalent, it feels like, in the NFL now than they were back in the day when I was playing, when you guys started the whole thing. You know what I mean? Feels like it's much different. And all it is for us as internet people is just like fight after fight after fight. And then you just start thinking about it. It's like, how is it not a fight? And you don't have to say this because you're one of the head coaches in the NFL, but I think me as a fan now, if the Colts have a joint practice for 3 days with a team, and there's pads, and there isn't a fight, I think, like, as a fan, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with our team? Feels like there should be a little bit more somewhere. But if you guys are able to control it, I think it's only going to make the teams better and better, and we love it, Coach.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for that speech. Woo. Hey, last question here for you from Ty.
Yeah, Coach, obviously, like, when you get into the league, the goal is to win. And if you don't win, you're not going to be around very long. But when you come into a new situation, you have a whole new regime, like you mentioned it, you're going to have a lot of young guys who need to kind of contribute and make an impact early. How do you set realistic expectations within like your coaching room and also within the team?
Yeah, for me, when you talk about it, I understand like the urgency, all right, about being in the league and having this position. So I don't take that lightly. And as I come into the situation, man, we are trying to attack everything every day. Like we are attacking this to win. I know there are some guys who have to grow and develop, but hey, I told the guys too that like we're running out of time. Like it's time to go. Like when it's time to go and compete, line up on Sundays, like we're going to win games. We're not going to develop talent. Like we're going to win games. That's when you talk to guys on our team, like veterans like Laramie Tunsil, Robert Woods, like Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankins, they're not trying to develop talent. Like we're trying to go win games. That's what the league is about. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to put out there, a winning mindset in everything that we do.
Coach, I fucking love you, buddy. It sucks, though, you got to play the Colts 2 times a year.
It's going to be tough.
You know what I mean? I know you guys got
You're not there anymore.
Okay. You're right. You're actually right. And
so we got a chance. We got a chance.
yeah, you're right, Coach, because that's what teams are worried about in the AFC South. They still got Pat McAfee up there. Boy, we're fucked. That's what they actually thought. I think, though, CJ, this young class of quarterbacks and this young generation of quarterbacks, I think the league is in great hands, Coach. And I know you have to go, but I feel like we're in a great spot. You feel like that with your guy, right? I assume you've been around a lot of great football, and you're going to have to say this, but as a fan, it feels like we got a great young group of quarterbacks right now in the NFL.
Oh, it's fun to see, man. It's time for that next group, right, to come up and to take over. And it's fun to see all these young guys coming up, right, different levels of talent, but it's exciting, right? And I think the most exciting part about the new regime of quarterbacks is just the athleticism at the quarterback position. And that's what's changing in the league. That's where it's going. No, not all the typical drop back quarterbacks, but these guys being able to move and make plays with their feet. It's more exciting for the game, more challenging on defenses, but it's fun to watch. And I'm fired up for these young guys and the opportunity to see them change the league. It's gonna be a beauty to see.
Dude, CJ was able to evade a couple sacks too in that first preseason game. People forget about that whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Houston Texans, legend, DeMeco Ryans. Thank you, Coach. Did we do it again?
What?
We talked to him until 1:58.
Yep.
Does he have a meeting?
He have a hard out?
Does he have a meeting?
Probably is.
At 2 o'clock? He's the coach.
Does he have a meeting? The whole team is sitting there waiting for him to walk in the front door.
Because then we're fucking up the culture.
Yeah. Well,
because if he's showing up late to a meeting, he's the head coach. Boy, that has a ripple effect for the rest of his regime.
They're probably all watching in the room, though.
Get there at 1:30.
Yeah, he can.
In a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Plus,
he knows.
This is what you want to do as a Colts fan. I mean, you're trying to get in that building.
Yeah.
Smart. Stir it up.
Yeah. This is like when people thought that the Cleveland Browns owner was paying so much money because the rest of the people in the division couldn't pay the amount of money that he could pay. We thought it was next level chess that old buddy was playing. Everybody's mad at me for $230 million. Okay, all right, fuck you. You think Bengals are going to be able to do that with Joe Burrow?
No.
Nah. You think Ravens going to be able to do that with Lamar Jackson? No. Nah. You think Steelers would do that with any other quarterback? Nah. I just fucking ran the business right out of the division.
Whoops.
What do we? Sorry, I'm playing up here and you're not. Now the Ravens did, the Bengals will, and that's a complete backfire. Worst contract people are saying in a long time. But that's what we could have potentially been doing there, ruining the culture before it even starts. I wasn't trying to do that, but with that being said, I told him Colts are still a fucking problem. Yeah, Colts are still a problem, and he was worried about me. Mm-hmm. Still doing it.
Send that invoice to Jim now.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, he's early there. He said everything that every head coach that we've ever talked to has said. Mm-hmm. Like all the administrative shit that's starting to come across my desk. Yeah. I mean, I haven't done some of this stuff since I've been married. You think I've worried about any of this shit while I'm coaching football my entire life? No. Hey, you need to set up a schedule. Ask my wife. What are you talking about? My wife has everything scheduled. When I work at this time, and then when I get home, she has it down. I sleep from this time to this time. Mm-hmm. I get to see the kids for this time, and then I come back into work. What do we even schedule? I haven't seen one of these in years. Somebody's probably supposed to make this and put it in front of me. What are you talking about, me? Well, how much time do you want to have off? Somebody should know that. Oh, that's you. The fuck? What? Could you imagine getting dropped in there with no preparation? That would be hilarious.
I mean,
Only
Just
32 of them.
Saturday.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah.
Can you imagine all he had to deal with early on?
Wow.
All right, training room has a meeting with you. About what? I don't know. Tape their fucking ankles. Well, here's the amount of people that have been late to training. What do you want to do to this? What do we normally do?
What?
Well, I don't know.
Your call.
So much. That's at like 6:30 a.m. the first day. That's what he's dealing with.
What do we want to, what do we normally? Well, I don't know. It depends. You're the coach.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock.
Fucking max find them.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm supposed to do? Well, nobody really does that because you're kind of viewed as an ass. Well,
Jesus.
all right, half find them. Go half find them. Now it's 6:33.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, the meal that's being served this morning. What the fuck? Feed them. I don't know. What are we eating? Everybody eats.
Bacon, sausage.
Do we not have a nutritionist? Well, she puts together a plan, you see. We got to actually pick how much downtime in between walkthrough and practice or whatever. I don't know. What the fuck is the normal?
Figure it out, bruh.
2 hours? Well, that's not enough time for them to fully recover. Well, people are going to get pissed, though. It's 2 hours. We're going to get 3 hours. That's way too long. Okay. Does everybody have a fucking answer? What is the
6:35.
So much that is not football. Did you hear DeMeco? DeMeco said it the exact same way that Chuck Pagano has said it. The exact same way I think that Kevin O'Connell said it. The exact same way every human that's come on our show that's become a head coach is like, yeah, I get hired because I'm fucking good at coaching ball. And then I sit in a seat and the first 50 things I see every single day, nowhere near coaching ball.
Yeah, not
it is over here. That's a crazy adjustment. That's why Bill Belichick able to do that and GM at the level that he does for how long he's been able to do it is like worthy of a praise every time that you fucking think of it, honestly.
Well, and that's why his press conferences are the way they are, I think, just because it's like, okay, the one thing that I can just not even think about, just aimlessly, just say nothing is press conference, and that's where I'm going to take my time back.
I'm giving the same answer in every one of these conversations.
Yep, and I'll grunt and mumble.
Yeah, I got 4 game plans to figure out for this next game because remember, we change game plan every fucking quarter.
Yep.
And then also, I got to figure out what roster I'm going to have by next week. What do you think of Mac Jones he's developing? How's the offense this year versus last year? Well, it's obviously a new year. Do you like any of your players? I like everybody the exact same. Do you?
Yeah.
And then he's back to, all right, who am I picking?
Exact same.
Who am I picking on this team? Who's going to be number 50 fucking 2 on this roster?
Yeah.
I mean, that's so much shit to have to deal. How does he do it?
You're making moves all year too. The roster's not like, hey, we're set. No, you're making moves almost every day. I feel like they're always doing
16
something.
players on the practice squad now.
Handle them.
Yeah.
Also have to negotiate. And I guess lead counsel does the negotiation, but still, you're in the middle of it all.
Yeah, thinking about somebody else's 52nd best player, like Bean talked about, and seeing if that best player is better than your 52nd best player.
It is not a job like laying brick or the military, cops. We're not saying that, obviously. Not like that at all. But the amount of mental consumption that football has to take over if you're at one of those jobs is absurd. And Bill Belichick has had 2 of those jobs.
Yep. For 20 plus years.
But you don't deal with that until you're the head coach, though. You're sheltered from a lot of that. When you're a position coach and a coordinator, every answer you could ever get, hey, you got to talk to the head coach about that one. Like whatever comes to you.
You're the wide receiver coach, so I'm going to ask you about the wide receivers. How are the wide receivers doing? Well, that's a good question for the coach. That's a good question for the coach. Because I obviously work with them on a lot of things. I think they're doing great, but honestly, I'm a little biased judgment. You're going to have to ask the head coach. What are you guys doing this week with blah, blah, blah's reps? I'm obviously not in charge of that. You're going to have to ask the coach.
Yeah.
In all of those, you're going to have to ask the coaches. From the other coaches, from the players, from the front office, you're going to have to ask the coaches. That's all just one desk.
Yep.
Good luck out there. Hope you win some gigs.
Go get it.
If you don't, you're getting fucking fired.
Right away.
Same with you and your friends. All right, let's get to a break. Mark Steiner is on the other side. If you do remember, we were giving out ridiculous bounties to the Las Vegas Golden Knights during their Stanley Cup championship run.
A lot of them.
Gave up, if old Jackie Aces had a hat trick, we'd give I think 50,000 or 100,000 or something. He got 2 missed one. Almost had to donate. So then Stoner comes on, and there was another guy on the team who literally just had a hat trick the night before.
Jonathan Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall.
Marshall just had a hat trick the night before. He's in the background of us talking to Stoner, and we're like, "Hey, bud, you score another one. We'll donate 50,000 or whatever." Really? Yeah, the whole. And then we told Stoner, you score 4 goals. I think we said.
Yeah,
4.
You score 4 goals. We'll give a. He ended up scoring a fucking hat trick. I do believe.
Yeah, in the game clincher.
Yeah, he did not have 4 though.
Nope.
So we kind of got our way out of that whole thing.
Yeah.
But what we did say to old Stoner was, "Hey, you boys win the Stanley Cup, we'll donate $250,000 to something."
Right.
Stanley Cup's impossible to get.
There's no way.
Best of 7 series. So many incredible athletes and stars out on that ice, and playoff hockey is must watch. If you boys win the Stanley Cup, the first in the history of your program.
Yeah.
You just fucking 250,000, we said. Throw away a line. All right, Stoner, have a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is come time to find out where that $250,000 is going. I believe that is what Stoner is joining us for. Can't wait to chat with him about the offseason, where we will be donating that money that they obviously earned, and what's next for the Golden Knights and Stoner as a human. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take 5. 5. We're about to break some news. Ladies and gentlemen, a franchise has called to its fans to find a new logo for their team. Cleveland Browns said we need a new dog logo. We put an elf in the middle of the field, and people had a little bit of a backlash because we have the dog pound. We are dogs. Now we need a new logo. So they said, hey, any fans want to go ahead and draw one? Go ahead. They have 2 finalists, ladies and gentlemen. 1 fan created, 1 internally created. Ooh. And it is now time for the Cleveland Browns fans to learn their fate of the next dog logo. Bringing in the box that will obviously tell us what is the winner is Brownie the Elf.
Wow.
Brownie!
Brownie, get here. Does he talk?
Brownie,
No.
they just staring each other down. I do not believe he speaks. Let's go home.
Stand up, Diggs. Come on.
Oh! Drum roll, please. Replacing the elf. Always be a place for you. Always be a place. Sorry, Brownie. Wow. Okay. Dog logo. So this is a dog by a dog for the dog.
Hell yeah.
Read it and weep, Brownie.
Suck it.
Oh, let's go shake their hands.
Oh.
Let's go shake their hands.
Oh!
Truce.
Okay.
Hey, that was fun. See, good AFC North.
Oh,
Brownie said last word. Brownie, in the elf community, how high are you in the hierarchy of elves at the top?
Not more than Harry Potter.
Whoa. What about the cookie elves? They're pretty hip.
Whoa!
What does a Brownie the elf eat, if you had to guess?
Poop.
What do you eat? I don't know. What do you do?
Brownies.
What is it?
Did Brownie wear the whole situation all the way here from Cleveland, you think, in the car?
What do you mean this is every day? This ain't a situation.
Yeah, he wakes up.
He said this is a costume. AJ said this is a costume, potentially, and you're not an actual elf. That's what AJ said.
No, AJ.
No, not me.
AJ's up
AJ
there.
Hawk.
Right there.
That guy.
Right there.
Flip him off, Brownie.
Yeah. Let him know.
Come on, tell him.
Oh! Brownie didn't eat. He eats bugs.
Yeah, he picked your bogeys.
Yeah, elves love picking bugs.
Yeah, they big. Is that the second favorite thing he eats? I wonder.
Oh yeah, because
Bugs.
Brownie's number 1,
Yeah.
bugs number 2.
Bugs 2,
Dog poop around the stadium.
3. Yeah.
Dog pound.
Yeah. Yeah. For the dog.
He thought he was getting
Dog
into.
pound.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, here we go.
That's not a free throw,
Right
though.
in front of the free.
Bunnies here, Brownie.
Oh, boy. That's it. You lose.
No.
Stroke.
Oh, the runner.
All right, since he made it on the second one, we'll go 20 people, $500, because Brownie's an absolute baller.
That boy Brownie.
What do you think you can run right now? You think you're still sub 4 or 5?
Like a 4-9.
You think you're sub 4 or 5?
I can jog a 4-5, bro.
Bro, you are not going 4-4 right
I don't think
How old
so
are you?
either.
I can jog a 4-5.
Okay, 4'5", 39 years old.
Yeah.
Eats nerd ropes every single day.
And twin snakes.
Yeah, and Hardee's with jelly and bacon.
And has his own marijuana strain. Start calculating all of that. And then you can down him if you want. I'm betting under. Let's go.
I think Pac can run a 4.51 right on the dot.
Hey, 56.5% of 1,673 people say, you ain't got it, Pac.
Yikes.
They've been telling me that shit my whole life.
It's a big deal, dude. This guy ran 4.28 at the combine. He's 39 years old. If he runs any 4.4s, Are you fucking kidding me?
Good.
Oh my God! Oh, 4515. Oh, my heartbreaker. Oh!
That's what I'm supposed to run. Y'all owe me money. Owe me money, motherfucker. He owe me. He owe me. Oh, 5.
Yeah, that was a great run.
Yeah.
You didn't. I think you. Oh, yeah.
I only had one in. Yeah, Dahn, post it. Post it. Fucking 40 years old.
Let's go! This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. Hour 3 of the program starts right now. Football! Atta baby AJ! That's AJ Hawk. What a legend he is. College football national champion and a Super Bowl champion.
Whoa.
Champions of Life, the Toxic Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmitter here. One half of the Hammer. Dahn. Cowboys turn Diggs is here. 14-year NFL icon and Golden Knights superfan. Pac-Man Jones is here. And joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man that not too long ago hoisted this. Much bigger, the actual version of this, but it looked similar to this baby Lordo right here.
That's right.
He's a man who has the first C in the history of an entire franchise.
Hell yeah. Whoa.
When they started a new program, they said, we'll know when our captain arrives. And they did, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
When this son of a bitch showed up, they said, this is the guy that is going to lead our team. And in a game clincher, playoff round clincher, he had a hat trick, could have scored 4. If he would have scored 4, we would have donated $100,000. But instead, he led the Golden Knights to a Stanley Cup. And donation of $250,000 is due by us because of this man. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Stoner. Stoner, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, pal?
Great. Thanks for a hell of an intro there.
Hey, you deserved it. How's the offseason been knowing that you guys hoisted the actual one of these? How's it been? Has it been awesome? Has life changed? Have you felt just a different sense about you now that you've won this thing that you've desired since you were just a little baby boy skating on frozen ponds? Have you felt a life changer since becoming a Stanley Cup champion, Stoner?
Yeah, definitely. Be lying if I didn't say my life has changed, but it's been awesome. We partied pretty good for a little bit, took a break. We've been at each other's weddings lately, reminiscing, so it's been great.
Oh, my God. Weddings after the Cup. Is everybody back? I should have done more research. Are we back?
No, I mean, I'm still in Canada right now.
No, I'm talking about team contracts-wise. Are we all back on the ice together?
Well, we unfortunately had to trade Riley Smith. He's in Pittsburgh.
I forgot. Oh, I'm a Golden Knights fan.
That's right.
A few other guys. Doesn't look Blugers and where's he? Vancouver. I think there's a few guys that aren't coming back, but we're returning pretty much everybody.
We're gonna be all right.
I love the vibes are high. I love that you guys have gotten married. Whenever you think about a $250,000 donation because you guys win Lord Stanley Cup, do you think to yourself, I can't believe that just happened. Just as a throwaway comment now, we're getting a chance to really do something great here. Like, I was reminded of this within the last week because it was like, hey, Stoner's about ready to come back on, and they figured out where they're going. That was a good hey, this is a good thing. I'm pumped that I'm very thankful you guys won the Stanley Cup and we're getting to do this. Have you decided where the money will go and what we're going to do with it? And by the way, would like to let you know, next year you guys do it again, $500,000.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this $250,000, where are we going with it and why, Stoner?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you brought it up, it was kind of so focused and dialed in that, kind of went in, not in one ear out the other, but kind of went over my head a little bit. But when we won, kind of thought back on it as pretty incredible for you guys to do this.
No.
We ended up deciding to go with an organization in Las Vegas called Cure for the Kids. It's a outpatient cancer center. They do, I think, almost 400 patients a week. So we've done a lot of stuff with them since we've, especially since I've been with the team. There's a couple of years where we weren't able to visit these types of places with the COVID stuff going on, but we went back this year, and it's a special place. Not only for me, but for my teammates, our spouses, and the organization.
Hell yeah. Hey, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Honored to be a part of it. Go ahead, AJ.
Would you say winning the cup, does it give you more motivation to go try to get another one? Or do you think you hear people talk about like the hangover after a team wins the Super Bowl, or maybe they win a cup, that they may sit back and rest a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, the summer's been going by pretty quick, but looking back at all the fun times we had, it just makes me want to do it again. Especially our trophy's pretty unique, right? Once that season starts, the only way to see it again is to win it again. So, I'll be. I think our team's pretty excited to get going. I keep telling people, I had so much fun doing it that I just want to continue to try and do it again.
They say you get addicted to that confetti.
Yeah.
That's what they say. That happens. Aaron Donald was retired.
Yeah.
And he won a Super Bowl. And he's like, well, maybe we do this one more again.
Love it.
And Tom Brady, what are you still playing for? He's like, well, you have no idea what that feels like.
Yes.
As many times as I do. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Pac-Man, obviously, massive fan, is excited to hear what he's hearing. What do you got, brother?
Stoner, first question. Did you play in that championship game with a broke wrist? And how many surgeries have you had to have since the game?
What happened?
I unfortunately took a whack in the first period and fractured my would that be left wrist, I guess, and took a few things in between periods to make sure that she was good to go for the last one, because I didn't want to keep playing knowing that I did that. So it's good to get that done. Had to make sure it was dialed in to lift the trophy too.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we look back, absolutely, dog.
Yeah.
If we look back, it's going to be a lot of right hand dominant. Is that what if we look into this, you don't seem to be playing through any injury here in the middle of this. Is it this one here?
Different.
It's the left, yeah.
Look how swollen that is.
Yeah.
Look how big his
shit.
arm is.
Look at how little baby arm. You just need to watch this one.
I made sure I wasn't feeling much in the wrist during that celebration.
Oh, some of the in-between period stuff, but potentially being mixed in with some other stuff. Love everything about that. Didn't you talk to us afterwards? Did we talk to him?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You didn't say anything. Why didn't you tell us? Like, also, hey, buddies, had a
broken wrist.
Broken fucking wrist.
broken arm, a little bit of a run. You didn't even. You know what?
Go
ahead.
It wasn't important.
Yeah, that is the hockey culture, though. It's not like that anywhere else, like hockey, it feels like in 2023, with how many eyes are on the data and analytics of health and medicine and everything like that, they're the last one. It's like, he's got a lower body, fucking get over it. Yeah, but that's a lot of things. Like, it's just down there. And then after the season ends, it's like, this guy had actually 2 broken shins and a fractured femur for like the last month. It's like, what? That's normally something that people would want out there. But you guys, it's just the culture, like, yeah, this happens. This is what hockey is. We'll deal with it when we deal with it. Is that just going to be hockey forever, you think? And why do you think your sport's so different than everywhere else?
I don't know. I mean, you look at the Florida team. I mean, I'm pretty good friends with the Kachucks. Guy Matthew played game 4 with a broken sternum, which is one of the crazier things I've ever heard. Clearly, the reason why he couldn't play game 5. But
they had to lift him up and put him in his skates out of bed. Right? That was that story.
Yeah. I saw him maybe a week later. The guy looked like the Tin Man. I felt, it's tough, but I don't know. I think like most sports, right? Everybody just wants to win. They'll do anything to win, and I think we're no different.
No, your sport is different. People, if that story came out about the sternum thing, there'd be lawsuits. Rules would have to change in our sport. There'd be people protesting the sport as a whole. For sure. I mean, it's a real deal. In hockey, it's just like still something that is revered, and like toughness is appreciated. Like we respect that as like kind of. I don't want to feel like we yell at a cloud, but we are kind of like old school people. In hockey, it feels like it's the only one that has that left. And I hope it never changes. And Tkachuk young, right? Matt, any younger player?
Yeah, I think he's probably 25, maybe 26. Still super young, but.
Yeah, but that's a generation of like, hey, I'm hurt. Everybody needs to know this.
Next one
Winner, I'm out.
I just think like you never know when you're going to win again, right? You might never win. So while you're there, you got to give it a try.
It's a great mentality. I wish every sport would go back to it pretty much. Ty obviously has lived and died with the Vegas Golden Knights over the last 6 years. Ty, go ahead, pal.
Yeah, been an absolute whirlwind, but God, what a season it was, Stoner. So I appreciate that. I'm just curious, going off like that conversation, when you have a deep playoff run.
What's up, doggy? Yeah. What's up, doggy?
You're good, bud.
Hey, Stanley, sit. Sit.
When you have a deep playoff run like that, and obviously you have the wrist and then everything that's been going on with your back over the last couple of years, like how long does it take your body to actually get back to somewhere close to 100% before the start of the next season? Or is that something where like you'll never be 100% again?
Well, for me, it's a lot of maintenance, right? But I mean, I didn't play for, what was it, 3 months before the playoffs. So when it was over, I was actually kind of, disappointed. I was feeling good. I wanted to keep going, but I mean, obviously that's stupid to say because we accomplished our goal. But I've missed so much time these last couple of years that I feel good. I wanted to keep. I want to keep playing now. So a lot of maintenance. Right? I don't get to lift like I used to. I don't get to work out like I used to. Which I think everybody gets older. You gotta. Kind of more maintained than strength train.
Yeah, and with where your brain is right now, hey, watching you, I didn't know of your existence that long ago, so I do apologize for that. Obviously, when Ty would speak about Stoner and Aces, hey, we got Jackie Aces and Stoner. I knew the name before I knew of you, and then getting to watch you through the playoff run this year. Hey, you're a heady player.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're a heady player, pal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No, obviously, got to be a dog because everybody was trying to fight you guys every single series. So you're going to have to take some shots, and obviously you have a broken wrist. But I feel like right here, pal, is where the old Stoner, is way ahead of others. You said you want to keep playing. You feel energized. How long we talking? We talking until we're like 50 years old, 60 years old, or what, Stoner?
Oh, I always joke they're gonna have to peel my corpse off the ice to get me out of there. I want to keep playing till they don't let me play any longer.
Hell yeah!
I definitely don't. I definitely don't do it with my feet. That's for sure. I do it more with my brain. So I think even if I slow down, I should be all right.
Hey, listen, if you ain't winning many races, blue line, your brain's going to have to be. Your brain's going to have to be a little bit. And you figured it out. And goddamn, almost 4 goals. I forgot about that. Yeah. As I was talking to you, I didn't do enough research on the entire story. This guy almost got another 100,000 from us for scoring 4 goals in the playoffs. You're an absolute dog, which is why I think Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Stoner, you mentioned some of the weddings you went to, and I believe Tkachuk's brother got married. And if memory serves me right from the internet, I think you were in that wedding with Brady. How was that? Did the entire Kachuk family just give you the cold shoulder and just treat you like shit because you stole the cup from Matt? Or was it, bygones be bygones, they were happy for you for winning?
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing in Ottawa, Brady lived with me when he was 19, so that's how that connection started. Got great respect for the family, so they're one of the most fun families out there. So we had a pretty good time. There's a respect there, right? If we would have lost, I would have been happy for him. If we would have, I'm happy we won, but I think there's very few people that the Kachucks are okay with winning and losing to, and I think fortunate that I'm one of them.
Hell yeah. An honorable loss. That lad Stoner's a good one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's what they said at the Kachuk family.
That's right.
That's right.
Whenever they were driving out of the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Stoner's a good one.
Stand-up guy.
Stoner's a good one. He'll play through a broken,
That's right.
Uh-huh.
I mean, our boy had a broken sternum.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a little bit different there. That is wild.
Crazy.
Dude, I remember them telling the story of they actually had to, pick his body up off the ground. And then I think he had a goal or an assist. I think he had
He did.
Yeah. Point.
He scored a huge goal.
And it's like
he played most of game 3 with the broken sternum, and then he came back and played 4 with the broken sternum again. So he actually played probably over almost 2 games.
Didn't he have a game winner in there at some point?
I think they sent it to OT.
Yeah, that's
Sent it
painful.
to OT, yeah.
And so in the second game, he knew he had a broken sternum.
Yeah.
First game,
Correct,
you
yeah.
don't. It's like, man, something.
Sore.
Oh my God, there's something really wrong going on.
Hey,
And then after the game, they're like, okay, so here's your X-ray. This is really terrible.
Yeah.
Not good.
What is going on inside of your body right now is not good. Oh, that's why I can't stand up. I get it. So if somebody lifts my ass into fucking skates, I think I can still play.
Yeah.
I think I can still play.
I hope no one hits me.
Yeah.
NHL should be promoting the shit out of that. Listen to the dudes we got in this league, okay? We got guys that you got to actually take a shovel, pick up their broken fucking carcass, put into skates, and then they'll hockey.
Yeah.
And then they'll just kind of come right back off. What a culture over there. Speaking of culture, I do believe the boys like to booze a little. Tone has a question for you.
Stoner, speaking of culture, speaking of potentially slowing down, has Wild Bill Carlson slowed down at all? Or is he still getting dragged off of that stage after he was given that unbelievable speech?
To remind people, here is the video, Stoner, just in case you forgot about it.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear me? So, this guy, this effing guy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we all do.
Riley, he was here day 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago.
You have been here day fucking 1.
I'm gone.
You guys are so amazing. We played Arizona in the first game, and we beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You were there.
And I had no points.
I had no points.
No points.
Tough round.
But that's okay. Because at year 1, I was pretty fucking great. But
it's okay. No
you
points.
Guys
Sorry.
were greater.
Of course.
And
it's not about me.
We've been on this journey to the cup.
Cut the mark.
Yeah. Come on.
Pass it to Marshy. Marshy, you got something to say?
No. Listen to me. We've been waiting
I gotta
for
finish
6 long years for this guy to be MVP.
Great intro.
Yeah.
Yes.
You took the road around a little bit. All right.
Yourself.
Thank you. He did it. He got it. He did it. It was a long intro. We didn't know where he was going. A couple different times. There's a good couple pops out of the crowd. What was the reaction from old Wild Bill, the entire operation, like maybe the next day? Wild Bill go, oh, geez, or that's just standard Wild Bill operation there?
Well, the thing was, they said, who wants to talk? Who wants to talk? Stoner, you got to talk. Okay, maybe we should get somebody from the original team. And all the guys like, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And just randomly, he's like, well, I'll talk. Grabs the microphone and God, I don't know where he was going with it, but it was unbelievable.
Nobody else wanted.
It was legendary. He had his cup party, I think, in Sweden on Saturday, and him and his mom were dancing around the cup to ABBA, the Dancing Queen. So he's still having a good time. I think he took a little bit of time off after that one.
Yeah, I had to look in the mirror. Had to look in the mirror a couple times. You know, like that's going to happen. That's going to take place whenever you're celebrating Lordo. You got to do what you got to do. How have the parties been with Stanley Cup? Has it made its way back to you? Where is it now? And do you get is it like a group text, picture, videos from everybody's celebration, or how does it work?
Yeah, so it started, I think, July 8th in Quebec. Nick Waugh had it. And then just starts making its rounds. Those keepers of the cup, they get to see some good stuff, I think, along the way.
Oh yeah, Mike was good here.
Yeah.
I had mine on July 25th in Winnipeg. Got to see my old childhood rink. Hasn't changed at all. I went to my high school. Then just went to my country club there. Had the members got to see it, and then we just had a huge party there with about 80 people. Not massive, just friends and family, and we tested out its durability to see how much alcohol can be drank out of it.
Oh, okay, you guys are boozing? Yeah. 80 people boozing on that thing.
Are
we doing mixed drinks in there? Are we chugging beers? What was the go-to?
I think you can get 16 cans of beer in there, so we tested the limits on that one, and then did some champagne for some other people, and then we had some non-alcoholics in there for the young folk.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were going to say you put weed in there for the non. But I understand. Yeah, for the young kids, of course.
Yeah.
For
Apple juice.
Absolutely. For sure. 16 cans. Anybody doing that, ruining the rest of their nights? Or is that there's something that's kind of split amongst the boys?
That's a split. We usually see how long you can last, but it's not very stable when you're trying to pour out of it. You got to have a good steady hand for the guy who's pouring it. You can get a little messy there if you got somebody who's had a few too many.
AJ actually worked out for 37 years.
Yeah.
So that when Mr. Jack Johnson won a Stanley Cup, he could pour that. Is it still your profile picture?
I believe so, yeah.
He felt, hey, you should have seen him, Stoner. He was full flex.
Yep.
Bang. Pow.
Oh, yeah.
Dumping. I mean, it is a beautiful. How many photos? Are you allowing people to take photos when things are going down with the Stanley Cup, or what's the normal rules?
Oh yeah, we had a photographer kind of following the night the whole time, and then people were taking pictures, videos. I mean, it's a cool picture to get drinking out of the Stanley Cup.
Look at AJ. That's
AJ.
Yeah. Look how sturdy that hand is right there.
Perfect.
God, I wish I would have known this before I would have phoned you in for this.
Oh my God, AJ, you get hired as the Lordo holder guy?
I'll take it. I would take it. That'd be a great gig.
It would be a great gig. All right, we appreciate
my buddies had it wobbling like this, you know.
Probably got those broken wrists, you know. They ain't Stoner tough. We'll be donating $250,000 in your guys' name to the Cure for the Kids Foundation, right, is the name?
Correct, yeah.
Hell yeah. You go back to
I'm
back.
super excited.
Hell yeah, you go back to back. We'll go 500,000 next year, pal.
All right, billboard material there. We're going to put it on the wall.
All right, let's go do it. You're the man, ladies and gentlemen. Stanley Cup champion, Captain Mark Stoner.
Yeah.
I love that. That was a good visual of what his friends look like.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah. You know, back when he used to do keg stands, he used to be like, who's grabbing my legs? And then somebody would say, I got him. And you look a little...
Sure.
I got an ass on me. I don't need you dumping me over the top of this thing, embarrassing myself. You have to do the same thing with Lordo.
Oh, yeah.
I had Rupper dumping that thing.
That's right.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Rupper's pretty jocked.
Yeah.
Rupper's pretty jocked.
He's had it before.
AJ, is that the coolest you've ever looked with full flex? Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Full flex. I was just holding something. It's not a full flex.
Come on, Hawk. Come on, Hawk.
Yeah, it's crazy that you were trying to dump it sideways and you're you're like, can we just do it this way? You know what I mean? Can we just let me just dump it this way? And they're like, no, you got to do it. You're like, all right, I guess.
You sure?
I made my wife take 700 pictures, and I scrolled through each. Nope, don't look good enough. Nope.
Laura, angles. Laura.
About lighting, come on.
Laura, angles. All right, what have we not talked about that we need to talk about today? Michael Oher.
Boom.
Man.
What's going on with the Michael? I guess we'll find out when the book is officially released, if the book is officially released. I know he's on a book tour right now.
Yep.
I don't know if it was an excerpt that said, hey, that whole thing's a sham, or if it was actually people reading the book and getting that story. Nonetheless, think this thing's going to grow. It's going to fester. Obviously, Sandra Bullock is being attacked pretty heavily because how damn lovable she was as that mom.
Perfect.
As that mom.
Best actress.
For the entire year, a lot of movies made. Sandra Bullock wins Best Actress for portraying this Southern mom who just wanted to take care of Michael Oher and give him a bed for the first time in his fucking life.
That's right.
It's not.
We fell in love.
We did.
Holy shit, what a feel-good story.
Tim McGraw.
Damn.
I don't think it was real.
No.
That's what Michael Oher's saying.
Wait, they made a movie about something that wasn't real and people were attacking Sandy for that?
But, well, she's getting attacked because I think how good she was in it is what made the movie what
Sandy
it was.
We thought that's how the people actually were. That's why I'm devastated.
Me too. I'm not mad at Sandy, though. I'm like, Sandy feels like she's probably betrayed in this entire thing.
Yes.
She probably met this sweet lady that she portrayed and was like, oh, aren't you the sweetest soul?
Yeah.
Aren't you just the sweetest?
Nice
That's
woman.
how it's being portrayed, right? These are the sweetest people.
Sandy started when she talked to the original gal. She just instantly had a Southern accent because she knew she's going to be speaking with that in the movie.
Speak to me. Call me Sandy, please.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Sandy. It's an honor to meet you. Can't wait to see my story about Big Mike. And Sandy's like, hi, Sandy.
Say Big Mike.
Big
again.
Mike.
Big Mott.
Big Mike.
Tim McGraw owned 3 of the nicest Taco Bells that state has ever seen.
That's why I forgot there's people now saying,
Oh,
like,
really?
You know, they have money. Obviously, that was a part of the story is they had money.
I haven't seen the movie. I never watched the movie. I don't know why. I just never really motivated. I don't really like serious football movies. I like Varsity Blues, the program,
serious.
something like that.
I appreciate the fact that in hindsight, you're right. Okay, you didn't support, something that had.
Yeah. And now I guess it was the right thing to do. I'm on the right side of history. Huh?
Way to go, AJ. What a hero.
Thank you.
I mean, I guess, but
No, I'm going to watch it now, actually.
Yeah.
I need to see what happened.
Varsity Blues in the program feels like you only like football movies with boobs. And here we are, and he's going to say he's going to watch The Blind Side. I doubt it, Hawk.
No boobs in the program.
You're right. I probably won't watch The Blind Side. There's boobs in the program?
No, there's not.
There's fake dongs.
There's no boobs in the program.
Yes, there are.
I just watched the program on Saturday night. There are no boobs in it.
I mean,
Offensive
Latimer might
lineman.
count. Latimer's he's on enough juice. His pecs count, I guess.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did have a good bod. Anyways, whenever we talk about that story now, I don't know what we're supposed to say.
It's a fraud.
So somebody's going to have to read the book. Yeah, but how has it gotten this far?
Good question.
Yeah, why didn't this happen when the movie came out?
The fraud is on both sides.
That's what well, Michael Oher, like, at some point he decided he just didn't want to ruffle any feathers, you think? That's why he didn't say anything? Is that what it is?
Well, wasn't the whole entire thing he didn't like the portrayal of himself, so he didn't even watch the movie?
Yeah, I knew that early on. He
Yeah,
said that. He
yeah.
didn't like being how he was portrayed. I know that.
So he just said, I'm just going to block my life out from this, even though as soon as I introduce myself anywhere, all anybody's going to think is, boom. The amount of times, The Blind Side.
Yeah.
Oh, love The Blind Side has happened to Michael Oher throughout his life. And he's in the NFL a long time, so he's had a lot of times.
He won a Super Bowl with them, didn't he? With Baltimore, I believe.
Yeah, in 2012, right?
When he on the team?
When they played the Niners.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about. Like, and it's coming out now, obviously. I would like to hear the entire truth because the other side is saying, this ain't real.
Yeah.
He probably didn't know. He's probably learned, like, as the years have gone, he's learned a little bit more and more about what was going on. Probably.
Well, I
He
think that's
probably
what he
learned
said.
that he wasn't getting none of the paper.
And that's where it all started.
That's where it started.
They got like 2.5% or something like that.
Yeah, Nick said that he alleged that apparently everyone in the family, the 2 kids and the parents, both got 2.5% of the gross, I think, and like $250,000 up front.
It was $500 million, which it grossed.
Yeah, it made $500 million, and he didn't get a penny from it.
So he's just finding this out I assume he was told it was put into an account where
Or
he was not
signed his rights
monitoring
away.
it or whatever.
Or he signed his rights away.
No, certainly, but I'm saying, how did he not know that he didn't get any of that money until how many years are we later?
Yeah.
He was probably just told, like, hey, this money is in this account for you, just like it is for all of us. And he probably just learned what everybody else got paid versus what he got paid.
Yeah.
And then that's when he was like, wait a fucking minute. And then he got lawyers looking into it, and they're like, well, actually, they didn't technically adopt you either. You're kind of just put under their conservatorship, which is what happened to Britney Spears.
Right. And because that is part of what they said, like, yeah, that family was wealthy beforehand, but they said that they took, like, from the gross that they got from the movie, they bought, like, 171 more fast food franchises and, like, started traveling, like, exclusively on private jets and stuff like that, like, kind of almost shoving it in his face a little bit. And I guess he was playing in the league, so they probably figured, like, oh, well, he's good, it doesn't matter. But
the dad spoke
Tim
out.
McGraw?
Yeah, it alleges.
Not actually
no,
Tim
Sean
McGraw.
Dewey.
Alleges that they were not offered any money and they got no money from the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, because the way I think I understood it at the time was his story was sold for a book.
It was, yeah.
Then the book person sold the story to him for a movie.
Correct.
I thought that's why Michael Oher got bamboozled. Like, hey, somebody agreed to sell my story to a book, and then the book company are the people that got the movie. I think that's how
I could see how that something like that could definitely happen.
Yeah. So that this though is kind of different, right? This is saying, nah, that ain't the case. These people had it. I don't know. We are on Michael Oher's side.
Sure.
That's right.
And that's not the blind side. No.
No. Well,
That's the right.
So
side.
who's
feels like
the
he was
are only
kind
the
of
parents'
blindsided.
default? Could he go after like the studio and whoever was doing that to try to
And
keep
the kid?
keep him in the dark and not know, I guess, how much he should be getting? I don't know.
Yeah. What did that little kid say? He said something about like they're insulted. He's insulted or upset about the allegations.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
They have responded. The family has responded.
he might be upset because the kid who portrayed him in the movie is one of the worst and most unlikable movie characters of all time. So he might have a bone to pick with that guy, but I don't know why he's got a bone to pick with the real Michael Oher.
The movie did $500 million. They loved him.
I think
it was terrible year for movies. I mean, you should see the other actresses that were nominated for Best Actress.
What was it? What else was up?
Black Swan, Julie and Julie, and just a whole bunch of other shit that you've never seen.
Well, that's good
I've never
timing.
heard of Julie and Julie.
Good time.
Avatar was nominated for Best Picture that year as well.
And it won?
No, it did not.
What won?
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker.
Actually,
Good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
James Cameron's ex-wife.
Bingo.
Yeah.
There
So
it is.
Yeah.
All right.
How pissed was he? Think how pissed he was. That's like his life's work, Avatar.
Hurt Locker, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's a great director.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Movie's unbelievable.
Catherine Bigelow.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard to watch that movie, because just, Bob, come on.
Yeah.
That's all you keep saying.
Yeah.
Chasing the Dragon.
You did it. You did it.
Holy shit.
You did it. That's all. Like you keep saying that. You did it. You did good. You did really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then just can't. No way.
Nope.
Let me put this fucking thing back on.
Absolutely.
They need me. What a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Addicted to it. Like that's the craziest part of that movie.
Finished Hijack. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I believe I think I could watch the last episode with Idris Elba.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's only 7
I loved it. I
episodes.
thought it was great. Loved
Yes.
that show.
When did you watch the last one? Like last night? I watched the last one literally last night. Are we watching this at the same time?
Nah, maybe 3 days ago I finished. I've been kind of matriculating my way through it. It surprised me. Like, oh, what's this? I like Idris Elba, and then it hooked me early.
Me too. I liked it as well. Can't have another season.
No.
Just one time, 7 episodes. Here we go.
That's fine.
I don't know. That character of old Idris just being like the greatest negotiator of all time.
That's what he
It
does.
is sweet.
Not a bad character you could probably take,
To different situations.
but they would have to change the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless he.
That's a one season done.
Put on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Someone hijacks a cruise ship and he figures it
Speed
out.
2 cruise control.
Absolutely.
A train.
Yeah.
All of us watching are going to be like, of course, this cruise gets hijacked with him here.
This guy's luck.
You know what I mean? Hey, do it.
Luck.
We die. He was incredible. I don't think I've watched much of Idris's shit.
Oh.
But
He's awesome, man. He's had kickboxing matches. He's a DJ. Like that dude is super talented.
yeah, I'm a big fan.
Best friends with Rock.
Boys with
Is he?
Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
You did a movie with him. They were talking about him being Bond for a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is he British?
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
British.
Very
Oh, yeah.
British.
I heard a lot of accents in that hijack.
Some good British accents.
Are they on strike over there too?
No.
Oh, so we're about to get all British stuff.
BBC makes some great stuff. Yeah. And I'm not talking about.
Yeah.
What? What?
You tell me.
Yeah. Talking about
Spit it out.
What do you got? No jumper, dude?
Yeah. What's going on?
I don't have a jumper, no.
BBC.
British Broadcasting Company.
Oh, what's the other one? I don't know what you mean you're not talking about.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was talking about the British Broadcasting Company.
Yeah, but you said not the other BBC.
Yeah, you got like real.
That came
you
out
started
of my mouth?
acting real funny.
Yeah.
Whenever you said real funny, whenever you said that.
Yeah.
I don't think that came out of my
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We don't know.
Spit it out.
Let's go. Let's talk about something else.
That no jumper was good. I don't know if that got enough
Yeah,
love.
that
there.
was.
It's pretty deep. Pretty deep. Deep cut. Good interneting. I'm just kind of doing my thing. Keep it moving. But we know, Tone, we're adults.
Yep,
Yeah, you
we
don't
do.
have to further explain
just making
what
sure.
you meant when we're talking about the British Broadcasting Company, which I don't fully understand. Do they produce everything out of England?
I think like a lot of like their big shows, yeah, or at least are on BBC. It's
Is it like
Oh, it's
PBS?
big.
yeah, it's like PBS, but it's also like the equivalent of like HBO.
But our PBS kind of crop right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still alive?
Very small.
Kind of
I
crop.
thought it was done.
Yeah,
Very much.
the BBC though, very big.
Yes,
Humongous.
Massive.
Still.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And sometimes still crop on the BBC at times.
Well, I think there's a lot of crop everywhere, and got to get out. Let's talk. This is happening on a very frequent basis. It feels like much more rapidly than I could have predicted if I was to say, "Hey, we're going to do sports coverage every single day." Another NFL running back, ex-NFL player, has passed away at a very, very, very young age. Alex Collins, who was an electrifying running back, who obviously we remember his dreads, but we remember him flying around, not only for the Seahawks, I think the Vikings and a couple other teams as well. He died Sunday night, I believe, 10:20 p.m. They're saying he was in a left lane, somebody was in a right lane, or somebody was driving towards him, makes a turn. He ends up hitting the back right passenger side door of this car on his motorcycle, ends up going through the window of the car, and then passing away in the back seat, pretty much, is what ended up happening. Just another reminder about putting life in perspective, like, hey, anything can fucking happen.
Yeah.
This guy was beloved by everybody seemingly on the internet. Obviously, we didn't talk about him nearly enough in the grand stage of football and everything like that because, of his career. But, like, incredibly sad. We lost another NFL guy and another reminder that shit's real out here, okay? Let's be safe. We can't have more people passing away way too early like Alex Collins just did on Sunday. The NFL world has been doing this type of thing way too much, it seems like, as of late, and we need it to stop. Actually need it to stop. So rest in peace to Alex Collins. To everybody out in Hawaii battling through the Maui fire aftermath. Nothing but positive T's and P's. I believe there's numerous ways to help out over there. I think as that kind of gets sorted, we will obviously lend a hand there because of how much appreciation we have for the entire state of Hawaii. And then also back in Plum, where a house exploded, my hometown, our hometown, where 5 people have been pronounced dead and numerous other damages have taken place. It's like there's a lot of shit happening around the world right now, in our world, that kind of puts things in perspective. Let's remember how lucky we are to be alive. Let's appreciate and enjoy it as much as we possibly can. And also remember, like, there's real shit out there that can happen. So maybe put the petty stuff aside, the dumb stuff. Let's go ahead and just remember that it's not really important, especially when something massive happens and it kind of gets thrust in our face. So let's enjoy this life. Let's try to, and let's keep moving forward. Shall we all?
Hell yeah.
Thank you all so much for rocking with us today. We can't thank you enough. Big shout out to DeMeco Ryans and Stoner for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday. Tonight, Hard Knocks. Can't wait to see how that is portrayed. AJ, anything else we should be watching?
I don't know. What do they have that one Jets drive thing going on for the Jets? They were following Aaron. Has that been airing as well?
I don't know. Is that on their social?
I'm not sure.
Or like Jets YouTube or something.
Yeah.
I saw a preview for it before Hard Knocks. They did like an interview with him when he was out in Tahoe, I believe. And yeah, I thought they were like doing their own little version of Hard Knocks, but I haven't checked their website or their Twitter.
I saw the clip. He looked real cool. He was with Miles Teller.
Yep.
Oh.
Is that what you're talking about?
T Swift.
I don't know if he was with Miles, but they interviewed him like sitting down, I think like on Wednesday in Tahoe after his practice round or whatever.
Yeah, and then I think he was golfing with Miles that day. They were interviewing him during that day in that video that I seen. And
I thought that was going to be multiple videos like, hey, we're going to continue to follow the team like this.
Yeah, I wonder what the agreement is between the New York Jets social
Yeah.
and digital with Hard Knocks,
Yeah.
Because I think that one Jets drive is I think it's done very well.
Yeah.
I think they invest like a lot of money in it.
You can tell.
Yep.
And they got a lot of access.
Yeah,
Right.
Smart to do that.
Lions
now.
did one last year as well.
They should promote each
During
other.
Hard Knocks.
One Lions drive.
Yeah, it's called Inside the Den.
Ooh.
They do a really good job.
One Jet Drive episode 2 is out right now or whatever.
Okay.
Let's make this, AJ.
Come on.
It's going in.
Oh man.
We didn't want that one.
It's hard to read.
It's hard to get.
Well, you're sitting down too. That's kind of hard sitting down.
Stuff, yeah. I'm trying to think of things that we can do, this fall that'll spice up the whole giveaway thing.
Get some of those like exploding targets. You could throw the ball and boom, they blow up when you hit them.
Yeah, or
trying to blow up the building.
Could also get one of those
Tannerite's a big
nets
deal.
they put in the corner, like that they used for the Jets at the end of the last episode, and just put them on the wall.
Oh, flick of the wrist.
Told you.
Go ahead.
Told you.
That was a good one.
Go.
Happy birthday, Train.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I thought there was a chance that I was never going to make that. So that was going to take us to 3.
Here we are.
After one miss, you thought you're never going to make it.
The universe just told me. No, yesterday I had a couple of these too.
Well, that was because.
Because what?
What is this code he is speaking?
I don't know.
You guys.
He's had quite a day.
You know why
Tone can't even talk anymore.
You know why
He's
we're
just
shooting
scared.
this basket?
Why?
Would he apologize today? Would he be up? Would he?
Oh,
feel
yeah, the
any
truth.
remorse
Yeah.
today?
Yeah, did you apologize at all? You haven't.
What are we talking about?
That's what I thought.
Of course.
That '70s party looked real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't invite any of the
fun.
boys.
You guys should have come.
Yeah, thanks for the invite,
yeah.
you fucking prick.
Okay. Every single I wish I had a recorder when I verbally invited everybody and the hatred that came to me for even inviting certain people.
That's not true.
I would never. I'm not coming. There's no chance. Yeah, right. I'm never coming.
That does sound like Connor.
Oh,
I would never say that. I would actually go. I have nothing to do ever. Why wouldn't I be the one to
You
go
were at
to
Phil's
AJ's?
golf event.
yeah, Phil. We didn't know
We
that.
found
though
out about
until,
that on Tuesday.
Yeah, we didn't know about. We didn't know. Come on, what are you even
You guys
talking
are
about?
always welcome. I'd love to have you.
Okay, so what's next year?
Many people asked about you, but everybody too.
What time?
What's the bit next year? What's the gimmick?
Well, actually, it might be changed to a different time of year next year. I think we're trying to figure that out.
Perfect.
Oh, so it's not as hot?
Possibly, yeah.
Oh.
Well, and just different things. It was our 12th year, so we're always trying to switch
Okay.
things up and change.
Evolve, make it better, make
right.
it bigger, make more lives better with this fundraiser, this cult thing we got going on.
Actually, my address.
Weekend
There you
after the draft.
Yeah, is it going to be cold? Is that what you're thinking? Because that's tough football season. We're not going to be able to. Nobody's going to.
I don't know.
Yeah, end of April.
We'll see.
End
We're
of
always
May.
brainstorming.
What's next year going to be though? This year was 70s, and last
I don't know.
year was
We're always on. Honestly, we're always trying to come up with new themes.
I would have loved the 70s one.
70s.
Somebody said alien theme possibly at some point. I was like, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I guess that would be good.
What do you think Bobby Carpenter's dressing up as? He's just coming fully nude.
I was just going to
I'm
say.
the human.
Yep.
I'm the.
Right. I just got probed.
I'm the alien from planet Earth.
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be
Just
other.
got probed.
Paying himself.
How about him put this on the podcast, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
God, he's the best.
He's the best, dude. What's on podcast?
Oh,
Hooked on a feeling, playing in the
Did you guys do your body fat percentage measurements right before this party or after?
no, we did not. But Bob was coming. He came straight from the Bahamas on a 4-day birthday week. He had come from. He came back like a little bit early for the event. So I really appreciate Bob coming. He came and Bobby is a great hype man for any event you were ever at. So
Yeah, Bob, it feels like that he only has one speed. And I think that's why I appreciate being around him. Because it's like, hey, this guy's going to bring energy.
Yeah, you know what you're getting from Carpenter.
Now, I'm not with him every single day. I wish I was. I don't know how I would survive with the amount of energy being, dumped into my life from General Bob. Every time I'm around him, I love him.
Yeah.
I fucking love
It's a
him.
weapon.
Weapon. This year's doing top 5 all year.
Can't wait for that.
I cannot wait for that,
Yes.
AJ.
top 5. It does whatever he thinks is top 5 of just college football or what?
Yes. Bobby Carpenter's brain, the General's
brain is
top 5.
Awesome. General.
What's he going to do with Ohio State? That's the first question I have. He has a local radio show that is Buckeye driven.
Yep.
6 to 10 a.m., right? That's 4 hours of talking Ohio State, right?
Yeah, maybe 6 to 9 now, but yeah, every 5 days a week. Yeah, every morning.
Unreal.
He's been doing that like 10 years now. For real.
Those morning show people. Good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you. Hey, what time do you wake up? 3:45 is first alarm? For what? My show's at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. So you got to go to bed at what time? Yeah, about 9, 8 o'clock. Well, how do you watch?
Oh, no. He's not doing that. No, Bob will not he will not shut a good time down because he has a show or a workout in the morning. He'll ride that right into it. He takes absolute pride in being that person still at age 40 to be able to do that.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
he's different.
Yeah. Hats off to him.
But yeah, I believe
Yeah.
this is what he would show up as if he was showing up to the alien party. He would just be the human alien. Hey, this is me. Hey, I'm representing the planet of Earth.
Check it out.
Remember when this is what we sent out into the sky?
Yeah.
And we're like, can we not make the dong way bigger?
A little
Right.
bit.
And then also upper body
Like BBC.
way more jocked.
Yeah, a little strapped.
Let's go. Let's let these people know that if you come down here, you got problems potentially.
Right.
Bingo.
Instead, it seems like they're all this big.
Yeah.
How do they? I think we'll be able to just.
There's got to be some big ones out there, right?
Hopefully.
There's got to be some big aliens out there.
The one in Vegas allegedly was freaking huge.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that was hiding behind the forklift
No,
or whatever?
not that. That wasn't real.
Hold on.
Oh, wait, did that get disproved? Did they say that was a fraud?
Somebody gave me an answer. I forget who I was talking
Yes.
to. Maybe my brother. Yeah, I was talking to my brother. He had one of the greatest answers I've heard in a long time.
Okay.
I said, Jay, what do you think about all this fucking alien shit that's happening? He goes, so they get all the way here and then they just crash in the middle of the desert? That's what we're thinking? They're able to get, what, millions of miles is what they say. And then all of a sudden, oh, planet Earth, too scary. Oh, we crash into planet Earth. There's like billions of things that they could have hit on their way here through space trash and junk and who knows what else. But then they get close to planet Earth and whoa, boom, we're down. He was like, you think that's what happens for real? I'm like, Jay, maybe. They're fucking real deal.
They don't know gravity. They don't know how to deal with cell phone time.
That's a great rational question by Jay.
I laughed very hard when he asked the question. I'm like,
never thought of it that way. You're right.
Maybe we shot him down.
Hell yeah.
Well, in Vegas too, there's a lot to something might have drawn their eye while they're flying. They're not paying
That
attention.
does
They hit
make
the
sense.
light pole,
Especially the sphere. I know what you're
Bingo.
talking about, but the sphere.
well, what do you think he was talking about?
You know what he was talking about.
No, Ton.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Go ahead.
Fucking
What?
8,008.
What?
Calculator trick.
Of course.
Oh,
This guy, Tone, batting 1,000. Batting 1,000.
I know him. You know him too.
Bang!
Oh,
robbed.
Around the world. That's what they were looking at in Vegas.
That is.
Oh.
For the alien in Vegas.
Nice.
Oh, no.
The back rim.
Hey, Jay, are you sorry for not inviting the boys to your little hippie 70s party?
I'm sorry that they were not there, yes.
I like the way you apologize.
I don't.
They would have brought a lot of juice, believe me.
Oh! That one's got to be made earlier.
Yeah, you made the football toss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 makes today.
Yeah, it's 2.
Holy fuck, I'm doing it.
What
What a show.
It's amazing how quickly you change when they let you know that.
Yeah, I'm not willing to change I'm not scared to change my opinion on thing with new pieces of evidence.
Right.
I completely forgot that football went in that hole just a couple minutes ago.
Yes. Exactly.
And once I was reminded of that, we did it today. Stoner, we gave $250,000 to Cure for the Kids Foundation over there in Vegas.
Boom.
Hospital, hopefully making lives better. Shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights. They go back to back. We'll give $500,000 next year.
You made, the head coach of the Texans late, helping the Colts out in the second hour too.
Yeah, we did that as a team. I don't necessarily want all the credit or the blame for that particular one, but hey, it was a good conversation with him.
Yeah. Well, I figured the Patriots
was
part
late.
was destroying C.J. Stroud.
What else did we talk about? We talked about Dalvin Cook going to the Jets. What a
Cook.
wild time. And then we also, you weren't here for this, AJ? Connor, we started a show. Hey, happy Zeke's in New England. He goes, I thought we were getting Dalvin, but Zeke, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what he said, AJ.
I saw something. I didn't see that for a bit. I think, Connor, you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to really like Zeke. I think Zeke is going to be in shape, and have a little chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, no
Why
doubt
not?
about it. I think he's going to be great for New England, but we can't act like Zeke and Dalvin Cook are the same player.
No.
We just can't.
Yeah, one of them's on the Jets, and one of them's on your team.
And one of them has rushed for 1,100 yards, I think 1,500 scrimmage yards every year for the last 3 years, and one of them hasn't.
And one of them's a Patriot.
And one of them's Jet.
All right, well, congrats to you both.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy for us both.
It wasn't really breaking news, but Tone Rich is officially the starter for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, dude, I didn't hear what you said there. I thought the starter. I thought you were saying the Indianapolis 500 Tone Rich.
Yeah, Tone
I thought
Rich.
that was a country musician.
Yeah, I did for a second.
I did not.
Rich.
Jeez Louise, I apologize for not exactly picking up what you put down right there.
Yeah.
That's what we got to get that better by the time we get into the big leagues or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. What was going through your head when you said, yeah?
Well, because I was just excited
It was
to see
already going.
where we were going. You know, I was pumped to hear where we were headed with that one because I just assume the brain will catch up. You know, so I'm going to give an answer. It's just like in Jeopardy. Like if there's a subject that I think I know, I'm hitting that thing and then letting my brain figure it out after the thing's already picked. You know what I mean? For Wheel of Fortune, I am leading with the answer to that thing long before. You know, I let the brain just catch. I have faith that it'll catch up. That one, though, Tone Rich, who?
Whoa.
I couldn't piece it together.
Tone Rich.
Anthony Richardson is who you're talking about?
Yeah.
You talking about the rapper? The man that I saw come out of a gas station, more specifically, a marathon gas station in college, and put it down while sitting on top of a car with the boys out there drinking some incredibly refreshing looking juice. This is the guy, clean.
Great.
I think he's on a Mustang, Chevy.
Is that Sings?
I don't know. That's the guy shout out. He put him on a rap game.
Might be.
I think he just said he's got ice in his veins. Fucking kill you. See you. That's a bro code. Done.
SUV?
You're done. We're done. Yeah. And then here I think he says something about not eating peas.
I don't
And he's
know
a
if it-
saint on the field. Shout out Drew Brees. That's an actual bar in there.
Bars.
I think that
Love
is-
this guy.
That is Sings.
That's Sings gas station.
Down here in Indy?
Yeah, that's the same one.
Oh, I remember that guy. You guys used to talk about him a lot.
Mr. Singh? Mr. Singh helped us out a lot. I don't know if that's Mr. Singh's, but I do know that guy's our starting quarterback. We knew that guy was going to be our starting quarterback when Jim Irsay said he's going to play. That's literally all he said. But I'm excited for the potential of what this guy could be. You know, AJ?
How could you not be? I mean, just physically, obviously, what he can do. But he made some nice throws there that give you plenty of hope, I think.
Yeah, in the pick. All right, he tried. Hey, bub.
That stuff.
I cannot imagine how bad you're swimming as a quarterback in your first preseason game. I know any position how tough it is early on, but as a quarterback, that's got to be brutal.
And just to add on here, the amount of arm talent he has.
Yes.
He's going to get him into some shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? He's going to have to learn what's reality and what's not. Because, like, the pick that he throws, like, in his head, I can fucking
thread this.
I can throw that. You know what I mean? Like, I think he thinks that just a flick of the wrist, actually, I can put the ball all over the place, which he can, which is very good news for whenever he gets fully developed and understands everything he wants to do. But I think it's also going to affect him a little bit when he thinks he can do something that he can't because of how incredibly athletically gifted he is, both with his legs and his arm. But he ran a guy over. He completed some balls. He looked like a professional. Yes, he threw a pick. Shit happens, but nothing happened in that game that made me think anything differently. This dude's a guy. This is a guy.
Looked like that receiver should have ran curl on that top of that route.
Which one? In this play?
The pick route. When he threw the pick.
Oh, okay. You think it was supposed to be a little bit of rubby?
It should have been a comeback.
Dano did say that yesterday.
Yeah.
So that was
This
a
route-
full team breakdown. That wasn't just
He
Aaron
backing up.
Richardson's
That
fault.
ball, that's the goddamn receiver.
6,
fault.
you're saying?
Yeah, look, you don't run a comeback fading. What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, I think that's
6?
Pierce.
Yeah.
Up top, yeah.
You're talking about the guy on the outside?
Yeah. At the top.
Yeah, Pierce right there.
Yeah,
He looked like he was trying. He looked like he was
should've-
stalk blocking or something, didn't
Right.
he? Did he think it was a screen or something?
Ball was
Yeah,
supposed
he
to
did.
go quick, probably, huh? Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not
But
running a route. He was going to
definitely
block.
the second route. He can't block. He
I know,
should be
but
running curl right.
Look how he's running out, though. If you see it early on, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Look at him. It looks like
he's
he's like
not
stalking
running.
almost
Yeah,
blocking.
he's going
the fuck.
Isaiah McKenzie, he'll
Complete
be great.
breakdown.
first drive.
That's pretty good to me.
Yeah, the
You can
rest of the game.
nitpick it, but he played
He
pretty
ran
good.
some people over. He ran a guy over, too,
Yeah.
which I liked. I'm a big fan. I like that he has a rap song out. I mean, like that, people are going to say, like, is the song good? I'm like, yeah, song is good. Also, the fact that he went in there and recorded it and shot a music video, I like everything about that.
It's cool.
I like that his mentality is like, yep, I'm going to go record this and follow up. We are shooting a fucking music video to this.
Absolutely.
I just like the cut of this guy's jib. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. How could you not?
I love him. I'm thankful for him. Let's win a Super Bowl, AR.
Let's go.
I can't wait.
I don't want to tackle him. I don't want to be one-on-one with that dude in the open field.
Nobody does. That's why we're winning the Super Bowl and you guys are.
We'll see.
We'll be back on the other side to see if I still believe that. I don't know if you heard the bet yesterday with Kirk Herbstreit. We're still trying to piece it together. Still trying to piece the bet together. But he's saying over-under for Ohio State Buckeyes, 11. And then for the West Virginia Mountaineers, 6. We have to get to a bowl game. 5.5 is the over-under. His is 11 for Ohio State, so that would be playoff win, I think, is what he would have to do. West Virginia's going to the college football playoffs. I think it's a good bet for me in this particular thing. So have you changed your thoughts on West Virginia at all since you've been gone?
I mean, maybe a little bit. I didn't really give them much thought of making the college football playoffs, but maybe they start out hot. They might be able to do it.
They're beating Penn State in Happy Valley week 1. Book it.
Just watch. There's a trap game coming, though. If they get by that trap game, they'll be all right.
Duquesne?
That's right.
Yeah, Duquesne.
Well, I mean,
I'm a little scared of Duquesne.
Every game's a trap game when you can lose every one. That's kind of the thing with West Virginia this year.
Not gonna happen.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Have you seen it? Have you felt it?
I feel that we're gonna win over 6 games.
Hell yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I think you might be a good week too. I think I was reading up on the Dukes and they were picked to finish second in their conference, and anytime that's just not a good sign.
So you guys stink. All right, Duquesne sucks.
I mean,
Second's not bad. What do you mean?
They're normally picked to win to win it. So
it's down here for the Duquesne Dukes by week 2.
What conference is that?
The NEC, the Northeast.
That's right.
Just like the SEC.
That's right.
Yep.
You Ohio State people really live in your high horse.
Did you know?
Did you know
the conference?
Yes.
Did you
I
know the
played on
conference?
that field. I bled on that field.
What?
I sweat on that field.
What?
Not for the Dukes. Just as a youth in Pittsburgh, you played soccer.
For yourself.
You know what I mean? I knew all about it.
For Herbie, you're allowed Ohio State. They play 12 regular seasons. They're allowed to lose 1 regular season.
Oh,
well.
okay.
Well, then that would be a push. It wouldn't even be a win.
What does bowl game? That doesn't count. Is 12-1?
No, yeah, they could win a bowl game.
They would have to win the playoff.
Yeah.
Oh, so not bowl game, only playoff counts.
Well, that is there, right?
Well, they would still go to like a Sugar Bowl or a game that's not a college football playoff.
If they're 11-1, though, they're probably making the playoff.
I'd assume.
Yeah.
When's it get at next year? They take 8. Is that right?
Yeah, 2024.
Yeah, not this year. If it's Bama, Georgia, and one of them loses the SEC championship.
Swag.
Yes.
All right, let's get out of here. It's a good day. You want that bet?
11? Yeah, I'll take the over.
All right, sick. All right, so we got to get to a bowl game. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, Neil, come
on. I think I would take the over in West Virginia. What is it, 5 or 5.5?
5.5.
Don't be a mark.
I'll let you know. I'll think about it.
You just threw yourself out there, said you take it, and then now you're.
No. I like to at least. I got to do some homework. I got to do some research. I don't want to just throw my opinion. I like to at least have some evidence to back up my opinion.
I appreciate that. Garrett Green's quarterback. That's all you need to know. The guy is a dog. Okay, he can move. He can throw. He's got good moxie. Yeah. He's ready for the moment. He wants to sing Country Roads up there in Happy Valley.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Could you imagine West Virginia goes into Penn State and wins that week 1 after all the shit we've been talking about?
Yeah. I'm damn near willing to bet my life that doesn't happen. Yeah.
Honestly, you never know.
Damn near willing.
The expectations are very high at Happy Valley this year.
Let's get to a break.
We saw that big son of a bitch they had behind Sean Clifford. That kid is 6'8".
That don't matter, bro. We're chopping wood.
Number one quarterback coming out of high school.
Yeah. Number 1 out of high school. That's cute.
Really? Where's he from?
Drew Lahr. I don't know where he's like.
Ohio, I think.
Yeah, he's Ohio. He's an
Ohio guy.
Oh.
He's 19 years old. Actually, that's what AQ sent me this guy's bio whenever I put that tweet up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Medina.
Yeah, he said, good luck.
Okay.
He's Ohio fuck, pretty much, who is supposed to be the next one.
Yes.
And it's like, well, how do you end up at Penn State then?
True.
How do you end up at Penn State? And they're like, well, he's like starting is like very young. He is going to be starting, and he's going to be the game changer, they're saying, for James Franklin as a whole. Like, hey, when Penn State, those games that they don't win, he's going to be the guy that's going to put him over the hump and win those games. That's the expectation on this Ohio quarterback that's young. Don't let the Mountaineers get hot.
Don't let them fool you.
Don't let the Mountaineers get hot week 1. And then AQ sent up a follow-up. I think it was like the sizes of who's where.
Of course.
And then the things, it's like, we've been hearing that for how many years?
Right.
Back when we were in the Big East, that's all anybody was saying. Look at them get off the bus. Okay, the game ain't played walking off the bus.
No, it's not.
You guys were good then, though.
Yeah, we're good now.
Really?
We're going to find out.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
We are gonna, these kids are getting paid now.
Yeah,
Better be good.
These kids better be good. Yeah, hell yeah.
Under 5.5 is minus 190. Just so you know the odds that we're working with here.
Vegas ain't never liked us anyway.
Exactly.
Because they're listening to the Herb shit. Did you hear Herbie?
Yeah.
He started laughing yesterday.
Loss.
1 and 5, 2 and 5. Toss up, coin flip. Sure, we'll give it to you. 3 and 5, 3 and 6. That's what he was doing yesterday. Looking down the schedule. Houston lost. Texas A&M lost. Sorry, Texas Tech lost. He started doing it. I'm like,
Texas.
do you know anything about these teams, Kirk? What are we talking about?
Right.
You're just throwing us. You don't know. Penn State. We don't even know the kid's starting.
Yeah. Kirk doesn't know.
No, Kirk has no idea.
How could he know?
West Virginia here. Can we pull this?
20.5.
It's up to 20 now.
We're definitely taking the 20.
Okay, I like this. What is this from?
You got to take a money line.
That is, I believe that's Vegas odds. Vegas. If I recognize that betting site, I believe it's Vegas. Yeah, I'm right.
We like that, right? I mean, we like all the books being there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
This is where all the shops probably shop, right?
Oh, there you go.
All
There's
the
some value.
Oh, the shop.
Is it VegasOdds.com? See? Yeah.
Plus 860 money line there.
That's money line plus 860.
Is that FanDuel or DraftKings? Which one is that?
That's worth throwing a little bit of money on there, right?
Yes. What are you talking? They're beating the Penn State Nittany Lions
Well, you want
in Happy Valley.
You want DraftKings because they're higher actually, plus
900. Oh, so that's
they highlight the best odds that you can find.
Well, thank you, DK. We will certainly do that one plus 900. Okay, let's go back to the spread. Let's go back to the spread now that we know what the fuck we're looking at. Everybody's at 20.5 pretty much.
I don't know.
You
17 right there.
I don't know what the fuck
Whatever UDOT is.
That's not a real company. They're going to be out of business. They somehow got a license because they know the right politicians.
Right. Minus 105 though for that 20.5.
Yeah, the juice. You get the juice.
Yeah.
Yep. Penn State. What's Penn State minus 34.5?
They're not.
Whoa.
Five touchdowns.
I'm just saying they're not beating us by 20 with a rookie quarterback.
No, we got one too, but no.
Without a doubt.
He was not our starter last year full season. This is his first season full time as our starter. But Garrett Green's built different. You know what I mean? Not this guy from Medina. Where's that at?
Like northeast Ohio.
It's a hardcore.
Dogs up there or
Closer
what?
to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some studs.
Hardcore
No question.
hood.
Big time wrestlers up there. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
tough people.
Some bitch.
Wrestlers that they feed into every program in the goddamn country.
Really?
Yeah. Even the the rings that you might not see.
Oh.
In the open.
What?
For someone that we just talked
Yeah,
to.
I
Once
figured
again,
that's what-
referencing this.
Is that where he's from?
I believe.
I don't think so.
I believe he's also a Medina product. Yes.
Let's get out of here. West
I
Virginia's
think
fucking.
the guy's from Pennsylvania that you're talking about, by the way, real close to you, where you grew up.
No,
he's a pub-
ours.
he's a pub guy.
Hours away.
How many? Like 30 minutes? What?
No, I think we potentially, you could tell by our physiques, we maybe drank from the same waters at least once. You know what I mean? At least one time. He's built like a Greek.
Yeah.
That guy. Isn't
He could bend like a madman just talking to him, and he's in a deep squat with his butt on the ground.
So is Aaron still fully committed in body, like through the season? Is his off-season workouts going to remain the same during the season? Have you chatted about that? That feels like a conversation you would actually have with somebody with how much you love that type of stuff.
I would, but I have not. I have not asked them yet. I'd probably wait till we get through camp to see what that plan might be.
So are we saying jocked all season, or I can lay out some plans if you want. Oh, excuse me. We already got it.
Well, he's probably gonna try to keep his tan all season. I know he got a nice deep tan when he was in wherever he's traveling the world in the summer. I'm sure he's more worried about keeping that.
I think he did buy that glass house.
It's like a greenhouse, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, a good tan is so good.
Yeah, you look a lot better when you are tan.
Way better.
Are we
Overrated.
speaking for whites or blacks?
Sure.
I don't know. You tell me.
What do you mean?
Blacks don't like tans.
Okay.
You don't like getting any darker.
Yeah.
Can't be too dark.
I don't
out
want
there.
to be too dark.
But obviously the contrast, like for a white person, that's why bodybuilders get sprayed, because the contrast of light hitting the angles and everything, it makes them look much better.
The angles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, us whites definitely look better with a tan after being sun-kissed.
Nah.
Now, there is exceptions to the rule. Sheamus in the WWE.
Sure.
He glows. He looks very good.
Exactly.
Connor, on Monday, I believe, when we got back, if you do recall from the Jabba shot, he was brighter than that desk that Tone sits at. He looked great in there.
Yeah.
But everybody else. So you're saying you don't want to get darker. There are people there are black people that want to get darker or no?
No.
I don't think there's black people that want to get darker.
Really?
So like light-skinned people who get in the sun and get darker. You saying they do not want.
You saying
They might be bronzed
we
up.
talking about the more light skin? Yeah, they probably do want to get in the sun. My complexion, no.
Yeah, but hold on. Within the black community, the light skin and dark skin, there is a lot of shit talk amongst the two.
Yes.
For sure.
A lot.
Yeah.
I've heard some heavy shots being sent from probably the darkest skinned human I've ever seen to a light skinned gentleman that I thought the light skinned gentleman was potentially going to go home and kill themselves immediately afterwards. That is a real thing, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. The response, though, was obviously great.
Heater.
I just stayed out of that one. That was a good one for me to stay out of. What do you think about the super light skin? All right, yeah, you albino fucks, get out of here. You look terrible. We all agree that you guys look terrible. You got to move on. I didn't know that, though. I didn't know that you're not trying, because obviously, like Darius Butler, for instance, very dark.
He don't want to get no blacker.
But he does, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but he had the blackest of the black.
Yeah, he is.
D-Butt is black as hell. Like,
Yeah, let's
he
call it
can't
D-Butt.
get no blacker.
Yeah, but D-Butt's
I
out
can
in the
get a
sun
tan
like
and
this, though.
almost
Yeah.
look
Yeah,
like
pretty
D-Butt.
King
hot down
Melanin.
You can make it to D-Butt?
I don't know if I can make it to
I think you
D-Butt.
can make it to D-Butt.
You crazy as hell.
Can you make it to D-Butt? If you
Oh
were to
no, D-Butt is a different kind of black.
I've told D-Butt a couple different times that I'm getting into a tanning bed or something. I'm trying to get to you today or whatever. And then he'll just send a photo back, and he somehow has gotten darker because he's down there in Florida getting cooked. That dude, he doesn't feel heat.
Nope.
Nah.
He doesn't feel heat
Always cool.
at all.
It's an advantage.
Yeah, I'd say he is. We're calling him right now. He's probably on a golf course. No answer. Fuck him. All right. See you, D-Butt.
Yeah.
We had some real answers we needed.
Yeah.
This conversation's never going to happen again.
Nope.
Well, maybe. Let's put a pin in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll circle
He'll
back.
be back.
But I think we did learn stuff, though. Black people do get darker.
Yes.
Not everybody trying to get darker, though.
No.
Correct.
Okay. So you a big sunscreen guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dolphin, sunscreen. Yeah.
What SPF, like 30?
50?
Always a hat.
100.
What's the SPF?
50.
50? Oh, so we're not trying to get any sun at all.
Love it.
Not at all.
Okay.
And then when that winter coat pops, woo, looking good.
What do you mean?
When you can get no sun in the wintertime.
Oh, so you guys, the winter is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, for us, the winter is like, fuck. I'm about to be the palest dude in town for the next. That is interesting.
The wintertime we get our complexion back.
We get fat.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh,
Super pale.
super pale.
All in on that.
And then the first time the sun comes back, we get red
Yeah.
quick. Speaking of,
Looking good.
AJ, have you seen the petition?
Oh,
I do not believe so. What does it have to do with?
Let's put a pin in it. We'll be back tomorrow.
let's do it.
We don't know what we're allowed to say, what we're not allowed to say.
Probably have more
Yeah,
updates
Jesus.
on it tomorrow.
Certain football team.
Am I gonna have to wait till tomorrow, or am I gonna be able to figure this out before?
Here's the article. We didn't say it. I'm not reading it. Native
I
American
knew about this. Okay.
commanders are demanding that they reinstate it. AJ, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to think about this or not. We, as the dumb whites who hate winter, okay, absolutely fucking hate winter. We always assumed that the Native Americans were the ones that told us, hey, the name of this, terrible, like bad.
Yep.
This is something that you've made our lives worse by shoving it in our face, like this whole thing. That's kind of how it was pitched to me. I don't know if I'm just speaking for me and for us, but I think we're all kind of in the same world. So now we're seeing Native American group comes out and says, what? I thought, I'm kind of mind blown by it all. Don't know what to do, AJ. Honestly, don't know what to do.
Yeah. What will they do? I guess it's not gonna. It's never gonna be like 100% of a group though. Once the name back is, there's always gonna be give and take. I'm sure some people still don't want it.
Yeah.
In that crew, but I don't know. There's no way they're going back to it, are they?
There's a chance.
It's a chance.
Has the new owner said anything?
He said
a lot.
He said
the OG name.
I know he's sitting front row and everything at preseason, but he wants to. He wants to.
Game ball.
He wants to make sure the fans are there for him. He wants to be on their side.
Sweet hat. I think what he said in his opening press conference was, if you look at the tradition and the history of this franchise, and he says
the name.
That
okay, all right.
He said it in the opening press conference. So I feel like he said that knowing that this potentially already happening. Yeah. And if you ask those fans, just from my own case study of the away game here in Indianapolis, I think the fans would vote it back in.
Yeah, yesterday.
Absolutely.
Pretty quickly. So if you're going to give them a reason now to vote it back in, seemingly with a Native American group being like,
let's do it.
Go ahead. I think it's going to, I am a believer that it's going to happen. Yeah.
Can they put it up to a vote? Like legit have a vote? Put 3 or 4 names out there and see what happens next year?
They already did that.
Yeah, so.
That's dumb.
Well, I'm saying this is a different one.
Stupid Commanders.
You're saying this.
Well, yeah, but
go ahead.
If you put a couple other names, you could tell pretty quick somehow, like, hey, do a lot of people want to go back to this name? We don't. I mean, that's the only way.
And once again, that would give them an excuse. Say, hey, a Native American group told us that they would like it back. Our fans voted, and it was overwhelmingly to do this again. It's like they could babyface their way out of it, but I don't know if those answers or those questions, stop. Like, that would be wild. Could you imagine us back on this yesterday?
Yeah.
Absolutely sliced and diced. Scary Terry had a full. That could be coming here pretty soon because they're talking about changing the name after this upcoming season.
Yeah.
Like this. It's crazy. It's a wild development. The NFL is always in the middle of some shit, it feels like.
Yeah.
But in this particular case, I feel mind blown because I thought it was the complete opposite is the reason why we had to stop.
Yeah.
And then now it sounds like it's coming out and saying, it's what we'll continue to go. We'll have boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have boots on the ground. I can't believe Darius Butler didn't answer.
Nah, I can.
He's golfing.
Yeah.
Golfing.
He's
You
always
seen his
golfing.
family golf?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not just him. It's he's gotten the whole family.
They're out there every day.
Red on Sunday.
They're out there every single day golfing. Whole family.
Yeah.
Doing it.
He need to work.
He loves it.
I've been watching this game. He need to be out there every day. Every day.
Damn.
Bold
He
word.
looks sweet out there.
At
he
Zeke's
looks
wedding,
sweet.
He's a
at Zeke's
beginner-
wedding, he
beginner
said it's
golfer.
coming together.
I can't say anything because my fucking game needs a full rebuild. Okay? I need to head down to Home Depot, how doers get things done, and fucking buy everything they got to create a golf swing. Okay? That's where I am.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying anything about anybody's anything.
Yeah.
But Pac-Man said, who's the best golfer in the office the other day?
Bruce.
Foxy is probably the best golfer in the office.
Yeah.
I
by
suck
far.
too
Well,
right now. though.
we haven't had a round.
Yeah.
Plus,
Foxy shoots like 78, doesn't he?
No.
he's
Not
in the
from what I
80s.
heard.
He's in the 80s.
He's an 80s
He's in the
golfer.
80s.
Yeah.
He doesn't get himself into trouble, though. He's a good golfer.
Yeah.
He is a good golfer. But it is a funny thing, like, am I just going to be chasing this dragon for the rest of my life how to fucking play this sport? I mean,
We don't play near enough. That's all it is. We got to play so much more golf to even think that we're going to shoot good scores.
Yeah, well, that and too, I mean, you shouldn't be going to Home Depot. You should be going to Lowe's just to get the better product sometimes. But I think I've decided after the Phil Maines
you
Classic.
shouldn't be going either. You should be going to Menards, okay?
Okay.
Whoa.
Save
Ace
big
Hardware,
money.
baby.
Nice.
Ace,
Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply is a good store.
Yeah.
It's like a Walmart.
It
for
is
these
nice.
Golf carts, go-karts, mowers, all out. I drive by the front just to see the new vehicles they're selling.
So we don't have to pivot out of that particular market, but like Cabela's and Bass Fishing Stores,
Yeah.
what a time.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a time, dude.
You kidding me? There's giant fish tanks that are 17 billion gallons with trout and bass and everything.
Yeah, then I see old Cuzzy the Buffalo up there and like 45 of his friends fully stuffed on the wall. Who killed that? Jake did down there. He had a fucking bow and arrow. That's actually record buffalo, dead. Shot it right through the heart from 250 yards out. It's like, you actually want to go sit in the stand, how far away he was, and see what the shot is? It's like, it's a full experience in there. I
love it. They're usually connected to Dick's Sporting Goods, too, so you could waste some good time in there.
Let's do some follow-ups here from today, now that we're kind of catching a couple updates. The Tui family claims Michael Oher attempted $15 million shakedown before court filing. This is getting ugly.
It's getting ugly.
Anytime family or fake family kind of get on the rocks, there's a chance it's going to get ugly. Feels like these two are going to have to put their swords aside at some point and come together. If it all revolves around money.
All about the paper.
Let's go ahead and figure that out. That has to be figure-outable, right? Especially if you own 135 Taco Bells, which we think the Tui family now does.
Yes,
exactly.
Being alleged.
They'll settle. They'll have to settle with him. They'll pay him.
And also, let's get him back for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Let's not just pay him and settle. Let's not burn bridge here.
Well, family reunion.
That would be
Let's
nice.
I mean, that's his parents, basically, right?
Yeah.
Well,
get Big Mike back in the house.
exactly.
What was the well?
I mean, that's the whole thing. They're not his parents
At all.
Yeah, they Britney Spears.
But they were for how many years?
Not biological.
For as many years as he was profitable for, is what it says.
Oh, jeez.
It does sound like what is.
It's exactly what it
Oh,
is.
you retired?
Exactly what it sounds like.
All right, we'll continue to cover this all the way to tomorrow.
Okay.
If we don't learn anything new tomorrow, we're over it.
All right.
All right?
Bingo.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think this is all going to start.
Yeah. It's going to get ugly.
Someone's going to hire Rusty Harden in there probably, too.
Yeah, it's
Are
gonna
they in
take-
Texas?
It's going to take 18 months. We're not going to have any real updates for another 6.
I think they're in Mississippi.
They are in Mississippi.
So if we know
Might be a
anything,
little speedy.
Ole Miss.
Might be a little old.
I think it's the opposite in Mississippi.
Yeah,
But I also thought it was Tennessee filing.
Okay.
I don't know, but I do know we're in Alabama on September 8th.
Amen.
Alabama.
2023. On campus, I do believe.
Yep.
Come hang out with us.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to be alone in Alabama.
No.
Oh, never.
I'm never alone with you guys, though.
Hell yeah, brother.
Bring a friend.
Bring a couple friends. No, don't bring anybody that doesn't understand the show, though.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. You know? Come, but like,
It's
what
easy
you're
to explain
getting
the show to people that don't really know the show or haven't seen it. It's really easy to explain kind of what it is.
nah, everybody's welcome. Come on. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
And you can leave if you don't want to be there.
Bingo. Anybody can leave.
Yeah.
Anytime they need to.
We clipped the BBC talk earlier.
We also had blob talk.
And sucked up. Linebackers are getting sucked up today, too.
Well, that's true about Dalvin Cook getting signed to the Jets with Brees Hall back there. Aaron's going to be able to get those linebackers sucked up.
Yeah. Yep. You suck them all up.
Any AJ.
Everybody's getting sucked. All of them.
All right, it's a good way to end it. We'll see you tomorrow. This has been the Pat McAfee Show. We don't know why you watch, but we are very thankful that you do. All the boys crushed it today. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Goodbye.